No.
I
Well, fresh air of some kind. Crack a
No.
window?
So
No.
I sat outside and read for a little bit too, so I just was like enjoying fresh air for a hot second.
The recycled air of the heating unit is what I want.
Are you a mogwai? You can't be in the sunlight.
Look, I am very pale for a reason. I've worked very hard to give off the never been seen by the sun look.
Right. I'm not about to ruin that now.
No. I have trained my entire life for self-quarantine and social distancing.
That was all the rage back in Elizabethan England, eh? Because if you didn't work outside, it meant you weren't like working in labor, which was meant like lower class at the time. So yeah, it used to be all about the pale.
Wait, there's a quarantine? Wait, what's a coronavirus?
What?
I don't know. I've never been outside, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, somebody's like, "Wow, you look really pale. How's the quarantine treating you?" What quarantine?
What?
What quarantine?
I saw somebody meme. They were talking about somebody, and the guy was like, "So the virus," and the guy was like, "The what?"
What fist? Okay, let's do a recap of last session. I'm not sure where Pavel is. I'm guessing he's just running a bit late. Should be here soon. So last session, you guys teamed up with Zoran Daragon, a drow assassin that has come here from the base of House Freth to eliminate Lonweld or Auvryndar. As you guys snuck in to a secret entrance behind her parlor, an intense battle erupted, and Lonweld showed you the power of a matron mother, what powers she had been gifted by Lolth through Lolth's fickle favor. At the end of the battle, Lonweld fell, so did her advisors and her guards. And yeah, it was mostly just this epic battle last session. We ended it with you guys defeating Lonweld and moving forward into this large temple that is in the process of being restored. Zoran is the only one that really looks injured amongst you all, as you did have a chance to recover after that battle. And he implored you all to strike now while the iron is hot and continue your assault on House Auvryndar. He did ask for a bit of healing. He's got a few scuffs on him and whatnot, a few like minor injuries. But for the most part, he seems like intent to just keep on fighting. So he's got his light crossbow out, and he's just kind of holding his side. As you look around the area in which you're standing now, it's huge. It's got a 50-foot high ceiling. It's arched. You're in the. It's got an arched narthex, and you're at the northern section of. Oh, sorry. The northern section of the temple, yeah, is here. So this arch is kind of buttressed by these huge columns. Up ahead, there is this curtain of webbing that blocks line of sight. I think we ended with Zoran taking his short sword and just cutting a hole through it. There seems to be some sort of altar against the western wall, resting in an alcove. And yeah, dagger. What's your name? Zezima? Cezena?
Sasana.
Sasana. I'll probably never get that right.
Changelings.
You can call me Dagger. I'll answer to it.
You've managed to actually mount this giant spider. It seems to be friendly towards drow. It's well trained. So yeah, if you want to ride it, it'll obey your commands. You can use it to move around as a mount if you wish. The other spider here is just like upside down. Its 8 legs are just slowly kind of twitching about. It's in this like messed up state from the divine word. And you should have control of that giant spider. Did I give you control of it?
I do have control of it.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. So yeah, it'll pretty much just move unless you want it to. If you're not controlling it, it'll act independently, and who knows what it will do. It'll act like a giant
Wow.
spider.
Stay safe, Big Betty.
Alright, so Zoran turns around to look at you all. How are you all feeling after that battle? Again, it saddens me to learn that I did not deliver the finishing blow on Lon Wolf, but I am satisfied. She is dead either way. I need to finish off the scraps and report back to my superior, Erelel Freth, at Spiderwatch Keep. How are you all feeling?
Ready for a fight.
Darius looks down at it and like kind of grips the whip a little bit tighter in one hand, shrugs the shield a little bit. We're going to do this. Let's do this. Do not expect this to drag out.
I have one more on my to kill list, so let's go.
To kill list. Well, I'm surprised that you're all still in good shape. I'm thoroughly impressed. I thought at least that we would suffer a casualty or two during that fight. Forgive me, but I have suffered a few injuries, and I'll be staying back, sticking to attacks with my crossbow, if that's alright with you all.
I don't see the problem with that.
The keep is Spider Watch.
There's Ermelafreth, I believe.
Erelel.
Erelel?
I was
Okay.
close.
Well, that's, you don't know if that's the spelling, but that's as close as what you would think. I don't even know the spelling. I think that's it. Erelel.
Close enough. Close enough for notes. Alright, let's do this.
And up ahead, you've got a set of double doors. 12 feet tall, arched, covered with purple paint, spider web patterns.
I am invisible on top of my giant spider.
Okay.
Of course you are.
It just looks like we have a spider.
Alright, Pavel's not here yet, so suddenly you hear a menacing cackle. When you turn around
Bye, Pavel.
to look to the source of it, you see one of Hallister's runes appear underneath Pavel. He looks down and all of a sudden he vanishes.
You know, I'm really getting tired of Hallister.
I am too.
Zoran is like pointing his crossbow as he's trying to gaze through the darkness. What was that? What happened to the other one? The gunslinger?
That was the creator of this hellhole.
The Mad Mage
Takes
himself.
pleasure in stealing those from their pocket.
The Mad Mage? Honestly. Huh. A tall tale indeed.
Sure, whatever you want to believe, buddy. Broom, the door.
Give it a shove.
Alright, you push these massive doors open, and immediately ahead of you, there are two male drow. They're standing guard. They're kind of facing away from you, not expecting like there to be enemies coming from behind them. But they do obviously turn around at the sound of these massive doors opening, and they immediately raise their hand crossbows and point them at you, bro. And you've still got this burning greatsword out, right?
I do.
Alright, they're gonna just start shooting at you. Let's roll initiative. Let me just check to see. Okay. I'm gonna be rolling
Oh, sorry. God.
initiative. Oh, you can keep that one. You already rolled it. Alright, just got some other creatures that I'm rolling in. Okay. Alright. So, Zasana. What you can do is you can have the giant spider act on its own, or you can control it. If you control it, it goes on your initiative count, and it can take 3 actions: dash, dodge, or disengage. If you let it go on its own, it'll just do whatever it wants. It'll be out of control.
Well, I'm going to, for the time being, I'm going to stay on top of it.
So you're controlling it as a mount?
I'm going to control it as a mount.
Alright, it joins your initiative, and it's got 3 actions. Dash, dodge, or disengage. So you can effectively move 60 feet. Have it move 60 feet. You can also climb on walls.
Ooh. We're going to go up. To here.
Alright, did you want to just crawl along the floor or the wall?
Once it hits here, we're gonna go up on the wall.
Okay. The ceiling here is 20 feet high. How high do you want to go up?
I'll go up to the ceiling.
Okay. The spider is kind of it's got like 4 of its legs on the wall, 4 of its legs on the ceiling, so you're kind of like up in that corner, 20 feet high. The spider can dash if you want as well. Is it dashing?
No, it's not going to dash.
To move through Brew's space, it would have to squeeze because it's large, so you only get there with 30 feet.
Okay, then yeah, he'll dash.
Okay, well, you've got another 30 then from there.
Because I want to have
No offense, Brew. Anyone would have had to squeeze.
I'm surprised it wasn't double hard. Difficult.
You're greased up. It's fine.
Yeah, the spider just slipped straight through. Alright, these drow, they look kind of shocked. They've literally just drawn their crossbows. They're both male. They both wear chain shirts, and that is a hit. That bolt just straight through his eye socket, out the back of his head. He doesn't even know what hits him. He drops to the ground.
Sucks for you, buddy.
I pat the spider. Good boy. And
Brew.
Yeah, run at this drow with sun death over my head.
He starts to take a couple of steps back as you run at him.
Well, mate, your boring old guard duty's over for the day. I'll go ahead and swing reckless.
He starts to run away from you. He's like starting to break away into a sprint, but you're way quicker than him. And that is a hit. And you cut him straight down. Dead.
Oh, these guys.
Is it possible with an interact with object to pull out a hand axe and throw it at that other drow?
Yep, you can interact with one object per round. As you look
Okay.
ahead, Brew, you see an enormous chamber. And I think you'd recognize it. This is like the Spider Queen's temple. This is the sorry, not the temple. This was the great hall in which you guys had burst through. Have you guys been here? Actually, I don't know. You haven't actually been here. So all right. What you see is just a massive hall. It's a wide open space. The ceiling, like the orange glow from your flame tongue greatsword, it just kind of dances along the 80-foot high ceiling. And what you see is it looks like a purple rug off to your right that might like precede a throne, because there is a large alcove. You can see quite a few drow standing about. There's a massive, it's like a 50-foot wide hallway leading off to the west as well. And there are a couple of drow standing there, and yeah. And you can't even begin to see the enormity of this entire hall.
Okay.
Even with like 80 feet of light, the light just gets eaten up by the immensity of this hallway, of this hall.
So Prue will sort of shout back to the group, "We've got a big room up here, probably a dozen drow standing around," and take my right hand off Sundeath, pull out a hand axe and chuck it at that drow.
That's a hit. Even at disadvantage, the axe kind of just hits straight into his side and sticks into his torso. He screams out in agony. And yeah, you would have kind of seen this hall, like, over in this direction. You believe that's kind of where the large hallway was that you guys had to, like, run by, you had to stealth by.
Okay.
Alright, so you can hear some distant whispers of an incantation coming from the massive hallway to the west. Spells are being cast. Guards are starting to yell out. A few cries here and there. Their voices echo amongst the enormity of this hallway. Alright, Zaran is going to he's going to move up, and he's able to hide in dim light and darkness, even if he's being observed. Unfortunately, there is no dim light or darkness around, so he's just going to I think he's just going to dash up for now. He's going to move up and just try and see the situation. Takes a dash action. Scam.
I'll go there and I will hold a frostbite for if anything comes into range.
Okay. Alright, something crawls around the corner from the hallway. It sounds like shards of crystal dancing across stone tiles. And a crystal spider appears.
We saw that.
You did.
Pretty.
You have seen some areas around here, so you probably can start to paint a bit more of a picture of exactly where you are in the stronghold. So, you think maybe you're where you had the audience. Alright, it's this crystal spider, and it's made completely of this translucent blue crystal, light blue crystal. It is illuminated. In fact, it shines extremely bright. It's glowing so bright that threatens to blind you if you get too close to it. And it comes straight at you guys immediately upon detecting you. There's another spell being cast in the distance. Mages must be around this corner. Alright, Scamp, let's come into range of your frostbite.
The crystal spider. It's got 60-foot range.
Roger. A frigid wind starts to wash around the spider, and it has advantage. The spell doesn't work. It resists. Rolling.
Alright. Let me see. I think this is a touch. It is a touch spell. I am going to move up to Darius, and I will play a quick high medley on the guitar, and then with the magic of my fingers touch Darius on the back and cast fly with the guitar.
Alright, 60 feet of flying speed for you, Darius. You begin to levitate off the ground. Your boots leave the floor and you can fly.
I've always wanted to be Superman.
Fly!
Now is your chance, sir. And I will move to the corner. And that's my turn.
Okay. You guys hear a lot of movement, a lot of yelling, and there are a lot of drow moving around in the darkness. One of them moves up next to the crystal spider, and he's going to cast Fairy Fire. It'll affect Brew and Zarin. Both of you need to make a dexterity save. He holds his hand forward. His hand begins to glow with violet light. Brew, you're able to avoid the fairy fire. And Aaron just tumbles straight out of the way. A drow moves up and he shoots at you, Brew, using his hand crossbow. Disadvantage because of the range. The bolt misses.
But advantage because of
Reckless. Yeah. Okay. You can see another one move up, and your light from the sword is illuminating out to 80 feet. He shoots at you. That misses. Another drow comes up behind him. He shoots at you, and he misses. Another drow moves up, and now this one, I think you can't actually see him, Brew, but or you can probably just see him. Anyway, it's just a regular attack. No advantage, no disadvantage. That's a miss. Right, a heap of crossbow bolts are flying at you, Brew, coming from the northeast of you. Just bolts are slamming into the wall next to you. You're blocking some of your shield. Here comes another one. It's also a miss. And that is it for the lowly drow. Darius, you're up.
So my flight speed is just my movement speed, correct?
Your flight speed is 60.
It's 60.
Ooh, yeah.
That's why I cast it. So you can get up in the shit.
So I'll go there first.
Alright, the light intensity coming off this thing is almost blinding from where you're standing, Darius. But only almost blinding. It's like
Coming off the spider?
yeah, it's a very bright luminous glow. It's pretty much just white when you look at it from this distance.
Fair enough. Then I will move to. Yeah. I'll do here. It's cool.
Alright, as you move up, Darius, you have to avert your gaze, or you'll be blinded, potentially.
Okay, I will. Did not know that, so I will avert my gaze.
Alright.
Throw my hand up really fast, or the shield my way. I guess is a good.
Alright, so you avert your eyes, and it just means you can't look at the crystal spider. If you do, then
cool.
You'll have to make a saving throw.
No. This guy right here. I want him to. Take a sacred flame.
Alright, you just throw that whip forward, and a holy fire lands in front of the drow as he steps back swiftly.
Alright.
Sazana.
Might help if I unmute myself. Am I close enough? I am. Okay. And crossbow. At the spider. That's a horrible attack roll.
That is a miss. You're no longer invisible. The bolt, it just glides off the crystal spider's surface.
I tell my spider to dodge.
Okay. It looks like it's got some like rivalry thing going on with the crystal spider as well. It kind of rears up a little bit, starts jittering its mandibles at the sight of the crystal spider.
You're a better spider.
It does a web love heart and gives it to you. Brew.
Step forward a bit.
Alright, this is the threshold for when the light starts to burn your eyeballs. You have to avert your gaze or look away. There. Look away or look at it. Your choice.
Right.
Look at it. It's a saving throw.
Okay. I will avert, and I will shout out. We got a lot of drow and some mages coming. I see a couple of giant lizards, and then I will invoke Tempest. Tempest, got a big fight here for you. Here you go, and rage. And then move forward. Yeah, averting my gaze, swing reckless at the spider.
Okay, regular attack. Hit. You just sweep the greatsword up and it clangs into the side of the spider. And you chip a little piece of it away.
And then I'll swing at the drow right beside.
You do have advantage on him. And you just slam the greatsword into the wall, cleaving straight through him, sear him in half. He collapses onto the ground in pieces.
Tempest just sort of says something to, or Bruce says something to Tempest, I'm sure. Do you like that one?
Alright, a voice calls out to you all in Elvish. You fools! You will invoke the wrath of Lonwell? Choke and die!
She's dead!
Haha. Enough with your lies! Choke and die! Haha.
So bad we don't have her head.
And
I mean,
a 20-foot radius noxious gas that is heavily obscured appears here. Maybe there is good. Cloud kill. Everyone in that area when they start their turn has to make a con save against poison.
We're immune to poison.
we're still heroes feasted up. Oh yeah.
But we can pretend that we aren't.
We can.
Just make a
We know.
performance
We know how the spell feels.
roll. And then the
Zyran just yells, "Watch out!" And he jumps back and he just tries to fire a bolt at the crystal spider with his light crossbow. He misses, and he fires again, and he hits. He's going to sneak attack, and just kind of chips away a little bit of the spider. Spider's not affected by poison, of course. Zaren's going to move back a little bit more, and that's the end of his turn. Scamp.
We'll just go up into the cloud of poison, because why not?
Zaren yells out, "Watch out! What are you doing?"
Fine.
don't worry about it, Zoran. We know what we're doing.
I'm gonna produce flame at the crystal spider.
Poison!
Fire!
Alright, it's a regular attack. It doesn't seem to be able to perceive in this cloud kill. And that is a hit. You just, you hear the produce flame slam into it and little shards of crystal fall to the ground. The crystal spider is also not affected by the poison. Most constructs aren't. And it's going to suddenly just cause this extreme luminous glow to actually warp the space around it. And Brew and Darius, I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You have advantage.
Did anyone get dispelled? I think it was just Pavel, right?
Pavel's the only one that got dispelled.
Okay. If he reappears, I'll make sure he reappears in the middle of the cloud kill. Alright,
If
so
I fail that, I'll probably burn it.
you start to feel some of the magic of this light, even though you can't see it. It's kind of messing with your mind. Both of you resist this feeling, this sensation, and suddenly the crystal spider starts just slamming itself side to side. First at Brew, just like hurls its entire body into you. It misses. And then at Darius. And Darius, you just feel the spider hit you for 13 bludgeoning damage. Another voice calls out, choke and burn! Choke and burn! And lightning bolt. He points his finger directly to the south. And he just lets loose 120 foot line of lightning straight down at Brew and the giant spider. And unfortunately, Brew, your danger sense will not be able to detect it because you can't see in the cloud kill. So dex save for the spider as well. Brew, you're hit for 30 points of lightning damage as this lightning bolt just slashes arcs of lightning across the ground with a line of fire. The spider's able to avoid the full brunt, and the spider takes 15 lightning damage. Still alive. Actually, you're on the... He angles it up if you're on the ceiling there, Dagger.
I am...
So by the time it angles up, it just reaches the spider. It wouldn't have reached you though. You're actually above that square, but it's not. You're not in the line anyway. Rolling. So you just see like a lightning bolt just kind of slam up against the ceiling over here.
Leave Spidey alone!
What the hell is going on over here? So I'm gonna move here, and I feel like Roland would have no way of knowing where the spellcasters are, but he does know, have a good idea where the spider is.
Yeah, you can.
So
They're not hidden. There's one here, and there's one here.
okay.
You can see them, right?
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah. One of them is invisible, but you know his location, and then the other one you can see.
I'll have disadvantage regardless.
Oh, actually, sorry. The cloud kill does obscure them, but yeah, you know their location. They're not hidden. You can hear them flinging spells over there somewhere.
Yeah, he's. I'll fling one at. I'll fling a firebolt at this guy. Disadvantage.
At which one? Sorry.
At the bottom one, I'm out of range for the other one.
Yeah, you're not at disadvantage. He can't see through the fog cloud either.
He can't see me either. Yeah. Okay, so, yep, playing on the guitar, releasing the fire from the strings. Ah,
It's a mess.
what a mess. All right, so 10, 15, and I'll just move right back, whoop, to my corner, and that's a turn.
Alright, they haven't really seen the effects of the cloud kill not working yet. They're just going to start firing. All these drow are going to start firing into the cloud kill. One at Brew. These are all regular attacks. Advantage, disadvantage. Alright, Brew, a bolt hits you for 2 piercing damage. And make a con save. Actually, don't even worry about the con save. You've got the Hero's Feast. Another drow is going to just skirt around And he's going to fire at Darius. Miss. And another one moves around. They start to get a bit of a loose formation happening. This one fires at Darius. Miss. This guy's going to jump on the back of this giant lizard. And he's going to move up. And he's going to fire at Darius. Hand crossbow bolt whizzes straight by you, coming from the northeast. And here comes another bolt from that same direction at you, Darius. The bolt whizzes on by you. Darius, the poison does not affect you. And also, because you're heavily obscured, at the moment, the light from the spider is not affecting you either.
Fake cough, fake cough.
You can use your reaction to try and to deceive them if you want by making a deception check. You'd have to devote your action to that for it to be actually believable that you're being affected by it.
Nah, I'm just.
Well, on that spider, my dude.
I wouldn't. Darius wouldn't bother. He would just realize he's not choking and dying. Yeah. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to designate the spider as my planar enemy and unleash some.
That doesn't require sight, right?
Don't think. I think both of those miss anyways.
Yeah. Both of them miss.
It does actually require me to see it, so it wouldn't matter. So.
Well, you still have your bonus action if you wanted to use that for something.
I do. Yeah, actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to take an attack of opportunity once. I'm going to fly towards this drow.
Okay.
I'm only like 4 feet off the ground. I'm not like flying.
Alright. Yeah, the spider is heavily obscured. It can't see you. It can't opportunity attack you. As you fly out, Darius, there are a couple of drow mages here. A very large hallway to the west. A couple of drow hanging around to the east of you.
Sounds good.
Dagger. You're unaffected by the poison, but your spider is. It needs to make a constitution save against cloud kill. It's the first one to take damage too. It's dead, even if it succeeds. It's a minimum of 16 damage. Alright, you're gonna...
Damn it! They killed Spidey!
At the start of your turn, you fall, and poof, you land prone. You take...
Can I do acrobatics to try to fall on my feet?
Not from 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
If you were on the ground, then yeah, you could, from falling from a mount. But you and the spider just crash down to the ground, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Damn you! Okay, I will stand up. I'm going to take a shot at the spider.
That's a direct hit. Right, the bolt slams into its side. You can hear a crack appear on the crystal spider's body.
And I'm obscured here, right?
Yep, heavily obscured.
Can I take a bonus action to hide?
Sure.
Okay.
Never seen Cloud Kill be a friend before.
I've never seen it be a front either. We need to do this combination more often, Scamp.
It's just kind of expensive.
Alright, you stop making noise and conceal yourself in a variety of different ways. Zesana, you're hidden.
Oh. End of turn.
Brew.
I shout out at that wizard who shot the lightning bolt. I'm trying to fight a spider here. Leave me alone. I'll swing reckless at the.
That's a hit. And you slash through the spider. You're not sure how damaged it is, but you can feel a large chunk of crystal break away with that attack.
Keep on going.
That's another hit. And another large chunk of crystal was broken away. You feel bits of it fall to the ground and shatter.
And swing around him. Never mind that extra 5 feet in there. I didn't actually mean to move away from it.
Alright, at the start of this round, the Cloud Guild continues moving down this hallway. It moves 10 feet. And this disgruntled mage, he just starts summoning up another incantation. And it's going to be magic missile at Darius. It's going to fire 5 darts at you. 5 white darts slam into you for 10 points of force damage. And then the drow mage scurries away. He moves around the corner a little bit. Alright, Zoran is gonna try and shoot this spider. And out of nowhere, one of his crossbow bolts hits the spider and smashes it into pieces. It breaks completely apart to myriad chunks of crystal. Some the size of a dwarf's head, others the size of a dwarf's thumb. And then he's going to fire at the one that's engaged with Darius. The bolt slams into the drow's shoulder, just clips his shoulder, but it's a vicious wound. Blood just spurts out everywhere. It's not enough to kill a man until the poison kicks in. And then the drow's eyes just roll back in his head, foam comes out of his mouth, and he drops to the ground dead. Scamp. Actually, he'll go here. He'll take the other corner. That's your corner, Roland.
I'm gonna. Oh dear. Bruce, where would you like to go?
That sorcerer's a bit of a pain.
I am going to touch Brew and send him 30 feet towards the sorcerer. Oh, that's there, right next to Darius. Probably with my hidden paths. Sure.
Alright, bro, you just turn into this sort of leafy wind that just very, very quickly, these ribbons just transport you right next to the invisible mage.
I turned to say thank you to Scamp, but it's Darius standing there.
As you can make it.
Oh, hey! Oh, wow!
And then for my action, I'm going to frostbite at this drow that's over here.
Which guy?
the drow. By the giant. Well, I guess the second giant lizard, but...
He fails, and his arms just become frostbitten, and he just starts crying out in pain.
We'll tuck back into the poison.
Ah! Alright, this drow yells something to the other mage in Elvish. And
I understand Elvish. What did you say?
the poison is not affecting them. They seem to be immune, he says. Stick to your lightning bolts, Sirac. I'll show you the might of House Auvryndar. And he's going to step here and lightning bolts at Brew and Darius. Each of you make a dexterity save.
Ooh.
Alright, you both fail. It's a 5th level lightning bolt as well. You hit for 32 lightning damage each. The drow then retreats down the large hallway.
Oh, can I?
He's invisible.
Oh no, he's invisible. Dang.
You can't see him. You don't realize he's just about to leap away from you. Roland.
10. No, I can't see anybody. Okay. 25, 30. Okay, I can.
Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that.
I can kind of see this guy here. Oh, I don't think I would have an actual. Snap the corner. It's like right through the corner of that wall.
He's got total cover.
Yep. I am going to. I'm just going to dash. And let's just hang out in the cloud kill, have a good time. Alright. That's it.
The drow are just going to keep on peppering bolts into the cloud kill for the most part. This guy's going to jump on the back of the giant lizard, the one that has the frostbitten arm, and he's going to move up a little bit. He'll have the lizard dodge, and he'll have the lizard climb up 20 feet onto the ceiling as it moves, and he's going to fire down at you, Scamp. It's a regular attack. Advantage and disadvantage with his hand crossbow. And a bolt hits you for 8 piercing damage. Make a con save against poison.
I can't, but I'm immune to poison.
Shh, they don't know that.
I need to teach you all how to act, don't I? Huh?
This drow's
I
going
have a
to...
-1 to performance.
He's going to take a shot at you as well, Scamp. Firing into the cloud kill. A bolt hits you for 4 piercing. This drow's going to throw a fairy fire on Darius and Brew. A dexterity save for each of you. Success.
You keep asking for the good stuff, Seb.
And success. You guys spread out. Social distancing. The fairy fire falls in between both of you. And this guy's going to just skirt around. And he just starts yelling out, "Call the warriors!" But he gets scolded by Sirac. "Ha! You'll not give commands! Do not show them weakness!" So Gorthax yells that out. "We are House Auvryndar!" So he's going to shoot his crossbow at Darius. Okay. And Darius, you're hit for 8 piercing damage.
I did that wrong. Hold up.
Alright, you're up.
Okay, so this kind of sucks. I'm going. Range on this. Oh, but I can't see them. They're in the. I guess it's fine. It's just me. So on me and Brew, I'll cast Mass Healing Word. I'm gonna have to upcast it. So.
That's a silent word.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
It's the sound of silence.
That's not gonna do it either. Okay. So it's 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 5. So.
It'd be 2d4 if you're doing it at 4th level.
Yep. So 2d4. So 4 plus 5, 3 points for both of us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Rush in the direction I think he is, and I'm going to just call out a quick commanding word of.
Right, word of radiance. This golden shockwave emanates from you, and you feel the force of it slam into the drow. He's knocked back a little bit. You hear him take a couple of steps, but he remains invisible.
Fair enough. Let's see. Yeah.
Zesana.
Okay. Do I have advantage since I'm hidden?
Well, you can't see, so I mean, it really depends on what you're attacking and where you are. I couldn't tell you until you make your attack.
Oh, that's right. I can't see out of here. Yeah, don't need to do that. Well, first, I'm going to call out using the matron's voice. House of Auvryndar is dead.
All right, the drow. They don't think too much of it if you're just sort of saying that in the midst of battle. None of them really like call back to you or react in any way you can tell.
This is this drow still within 30 feet of me, even though he's up on the ceiling?
Yeah. Diagonals are 5 feet, even if it goes up.
Okay, I was just verifying. I am going to shoot my hand crossbow at him. Because he's within my blind sight distance.
Alright, you
That works.
oh yeah, with blind sight you have advantage, of course. You just hear a body just slam down onto the ground.
Yeah.
Death to the drow.
Don't you look like a drow right now?
I do.
Seems a little strange.
I'm a strange person. And Bonus action dash up to there. And the turn.
Brew.
Okay, move down here. Come here, lizard.
He's 20 feet up.
Bob.
Yep.
Is
He's
that
on the
one?
wall. He's on the ground. There's
That
no,
one also?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no wall there.
I'll swing at the lizard first and reckless.
What did that lizard do to you, bro?
That's a hit. Alright, it is dodging, so regular attack. Advantage, disadvantage.
I guess I
And,
should just take a drop.
You just cut the lizard down with a single blow. The drow has to leap off the lizard, and he uses his reaction to do so. As the lizard just slinks to the ground.
Sorry, lizard. And then
That's a hit. And before the drow even finishes landing, you just cleave straight through him, and he does land, but in 2 pieces.
oh dear.
Jeez. Brew out here doing the thing.
I think that's all.
Alright, this mage is going to take a look here. He's gonna shoot some magic missiles at you, Dagger. Dodge this! And 5 magical darts fire at you.
They haven't even seen me dodge anything.
Oh, he knows what a rogue is. You look like a roguish type. You're hit for 15 points of force damage.
How dare you hurt me?
And you hear him move back to the west. Alright, crossbow bolts are just like flying through this cloud kill. Miss. It hits this guy, and he just chokes as the bolt pierces his neck. Foam comes out of his mouth, and he's dead. Did I get him?
I believe so. We'll try to get rid of this cloud kill for you.
Scamp.
Does the lizard look like it's hostile towards us now that its master is gone?
At the moment, you couldn't really tell.
We're gonna frostbite the drow that's up in the corner then. At this guy.
You would presume that lizards are probably trained to attack, so it is a possibility. The drow are pretty evil. You could imagine drow train like bringing a giant lizard up to be a savage animal to attack any non-drow.
Alright, well, we'll frostbite the lizard then.
You're saving it,
The
really.
lizard hisses at you. And ice starts to form around its legs. Cool wind. And its tail and its tongue freeze as well. This drow smiles. Feel the wrath of House Auvryndar, he says to you, Darius. And he's going to lightning bolt you in the face. Make a dexterity save.
I don't wanna.
You can choose to fail if you want. If you don't want to make it. Alright, it's a point blank lightning bolt. You're unable to avoid it until it's too late. It slams into you for 32 points of lightning damage. Haha. This is the might of House Auvryndar. Who's next? And that's it. He doesn't back up like the other mage. Alright, this cloud kill actually.
Seb doesn't. What did you do to
Yeah.
Seb, Brian? He doesn't like you.
Roll in.
30 feet. Yeah, it's gonna look like I'm not gonna really see up there. So I'm going to use my action to dash. There. And I am going to tell Darius, I believe that you need to stand up, good sir. And I'm going to cast a level 2 healing word.
Darius is kind of just like on the ground. He's kind of bobbing up and down a little bit, and then
Floating.
he just floats up like another foot off the ground, like still in this prone position as you cast the spell on him. He opens his eyes.
Ah, good invisible drow. You're going to very much regret not backing up.
House Auvryndar does not need to back up.
Alright then.
I stand my ground because you will die.
Susanna, I believe that that is your cue. Alright.
Foolish surface elf. I will show you.
Not even an elf, damn it.
Kill the elf, he says. And this drow's gonna shoot at you, Roland.
Okay.
And he misses.
He missed.
I don't think he's an elf, he says. Silence! Killed the elf. Alright, this giant lizard scurries down the wall. And it takes a dash action. And it's hissing. Its forked tongue is peering in and out of its mouth. The ice around its legs and tails defrosts. And it's getting ready to like just snap its maw at you, scamp. Very vicious. Darius, you can use half your movement to get yourself upright. 30 feet.
Yep. And I'm just going to. Yeah, fuck it. I'll make the whip attacks with disadvantage.
That is a miss. And the whip reflects off a shield. Miss.
Damn it. Alright. I just grit my teeth a little bit and just said, stop being a coward and show yourself.
Sasana.
Is Darius a threat to him?
I mean, he should be.
Darius is within 5 feet.
Okay. I was just making sure. Wasn't sure with the invisibility. Two.
He doesn't get any benefit from being invisible with your blind sight. And that's a hit. The rapier bursts straight through the shield. And you bitch, he says. As you draw the rapier back, it's just bright red with blood. You like felt the blade pierce deep into his torso. Tilak! Muster the
I
others!
wanted to disengage. I forgot to disengage. I hit that too soon.
Get your cousin! Get the guards! We've got a stabby. Brew.
Yeah, probably full on rage screaming as I run at this drow with sun.
He's gotta be so fucking scared.
Reckless.
That's a hit. He's still like in the midst of firing that bolt at Roland when this happens. So he just kind of turns his head to the side and it's the last thing he sees is just this like a little flick of flame and then just hits him and he drops to the ground dead.
I don't think he's an elf.
Yeah. Use my last 20 to run down here and swing at the
It's gone.
Lizard on a stick. You just impale it and a flame immediately roasts it.
That smells good.
I take a little piece off and eat it, and then kind of look sheepishly at Scam, like there's something wrong about doing that.
Couldn't help
I'll
it.
get some for rations.
It was tasty. Alright, that cloud kill goes away, and this drow, Sirac Arganray, turns invisible. He vanishes. You're a fool, Gorthax. We cannot fight these alone. Hroth! Kiro! Mithrin! Nilistra! Get here, he yells out. His voice echoes in some enormous cavern to the west.
I recognize one of those names.
Zoran's gonna move up. Dash. Scam.
I'm gonna move up this way. I'll attempt to produce flame. Yeah, no. I'm gonna polymorph Darius into a T-Rex.
Okay.
Flying T-Rex. That is terrifying.
The T-Rex also has one giant scarred blind eye on one side.
They said this day would never come. They lied.
Nature finds a way. Problem.
Alright, suddenly
Then-
Darius with a puff of magical energy, some scintillating motes of multicolored light. He just like kind of springs forth into this 15-foot high Tyrannosaurus Rex with 1-inch long arms. That's flying. Now, let me just add you to the turn over there. So Darius, you've still got your personality and your alignment. You know who your friends are. You know who your enemies are. Other than that, you're a T-Rex. Have fun. And you're also flying.
Go crazy.
And you're also
That's right, I'm a flying T-Rex.
you're also your vision is limited. No dark vision for that. Gorthox just looks up. Well, you don't see him look up, but that's what he does. And he staggers backwards. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. Actually, instead, yeah, he doesn't seem like the type that's going to back down. He's going to fire a lightning bolt at the T-Rex and Zazana. Both of you make a dexterity save.
You know, I can respect that, actually. To look a T-Rex in the eye and say, no, fuck it, I'm not moving.
Oh my god, really?
Alright, Zazana, you evade it. T-Rex, it just hits you for 10 lightning damage. And the drow is going to
He feels like a fool.
stumble back now. Sirak! Sirak! He starts calling out. And he's gonna move a little bit quicker as well. starts to back up
Okay.
and disappears onto the start of these stone steps.
I was gonna cast another spell, but the thought of a flying T-Rex is too fun, so I'm not. Another concentration spell. I mean, I'm gonna kind of come up, kind of look around the corner, humming. See any of them? They've all run very far away. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, there's one. Barely see him. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of chill behind the T-Rex here. Kind of shoot a firebolt, like from like around one of its leg at that guy there. Disadvantage.
Direct hit. The firebolt slams into him immediately. He becomes visible as you see a male drow wearing a black spiderweb wizard robe. He falls backwards and just thumps onto the ground dead.
Oh, I didn't know he was that injured. Nice work, everyone. Kind of looks up at the T-Rex like, awesome. And then use my last 10 feet to get back to here, and that is my turn.
Alright, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, too bad I can't see shit.
I mean, Roland, you did tell me to take care of him.
You did.
T-Rex, just like I do the like full on Jurassic Park like roar down the hallway and just blindly run. See to there, don't see anybody. So that was what.
You just hear a collection of drow voices just, what the fuck?
A T-Rex flying in face first.
Alright, this
Oh,
cavern smells kind of mossy, and you can hear the sound of rushing water. Like, it's pitch black. There's a set of are you flying off the ground?
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm kind of like hovering 5 feet.
okay, you're just flying through total darkness. You can hear a movement, shifting, and drow conversing.
I still don't see anybody. I need light. God damn it.
Brew is coming soon.
Would I be able to tell if there was actually ground underneath me right now?
If you land, yeah.
Yeah, we'll say I like come to a landing of sorts, holding my state. And
Yeah, you literally just like you go down that 5 feet and you feel what it feels like a set of stone steps. It's very rough and uneven, and then there's just like even like a jagged section of rock.
Okay. I will hold an action to bite anything that comes near me. Well, to bite anyone that's not a good guy.
Alright, you are blinded, so
Bite anything that comes in front of me. How about put it that way?
okay. Alright, gotta roll some initiative at the start of this round.
Oh.
We found new friends.
Priestess of Law.
Named friends.
Okay. Sasana, you're up.
Okay, for my action, I am going to go invisible. And I am. Actually, I would come over here. I'm going to bonus action hide so they can't even hear me.
Now make a stealth check.
She vanishes off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
We all forget about her.
Even Hallister's like, oh, wasn't there another one of you? Okay. Alright, there is something moving up at you, Mr. T-Rex. You can hear something next to you. That's a hit. Roll me a 1d4. There are two creatures, so it's going to be random which one you attack because you can't see. Alright, you bite something and it's very soft. And it instantly stops moving.
I give it the good old shake until part of it falls away.
Alright, you think it's a lizard. You just slurp it down. And you hear some stumbling. And well, I might have to do an acrobatics check. This looks like some pretty rough terrain. Alright, there was a drow on the back of a giant lizard. He falls off. He uses reaction to prevent himself from falling prone. But he lands on some, like a little bit of a mini cliff. And he ends up falling. He lands prone. You hear him fall away from you. And okay, he's gonna get up, and he's gonna step back, and he's gonna fire a crossbow at you, T-Rex. Advantage because you're blinded. You're effectively blinded. Are you hit for 5 piercing damage? Do not worry about the poison.
Oh my god, a flying T-Rex that it's immune to poison.
Brew.
Fucking dragon.
What is that?
I think we've been through here before.
I'll throw a hand axe at Sirac over.
It's a miss. The hand axe, you just hear it kind of hit the stairs and then it bounces a couple of times. Yeah, ignore that, Melith. I don't know how she appeared there. I accidentally hit an undo button and for some reason she just... Melith is hiding in the shadows. Be paranoid.
Her eyes are everywhere.
Alright, Sirac just yells out, Clown kill is not working, cousin! Use the tentacles!
Oh, that sounds rather disgusting.
And
When did we get into the hentai game? I did not consent to this.
starting from now, they will rub against you. And actually, he's not going to do tentacles yet. He is going to, however... Let's take a look. He gets sad because there's no good lightning bolts. You hear him head down the stairs. And, yeah, he's going to dash. He just runs off. Fuck this.
Yeah, he's definitely running. Just getting as far away as possible.
Zarin moves up here for now and dodges.
Did the other one run away too?
No, the other one died. The
Scam.
other mage that was in the corridor.
Kior died?
I think he just left.
Anything from there? I'll go here, and I'll hold a frostbite for if any enemies come within 60 feet.
You will need concentration for that.
Yeah, never mind then. I forgot that holding this spell. I'll dodge.
Alright, so you guys hear what it sounds like insect wing buzzing about. And you kind of just see a giant spider with wings kind of flitter on by. And it just does like a little bit of a flyby. It's 30 feet in the air. That's all it does.
Well, you know that old saying, when you have a giant flying spider, send a giant flying T-Rex.
I don't think that's a saying, but sure.
Some more are buzzing about.
Don't they say that?
I don't think so.
And you just hear a cacophony of these beating wings. Alright, Mr. T-Rex. Here comes a crossbow bolt. And she's 60 feet above the ground on the back of a giant lizard. You're hit for 7 piercing. Gorthax is dead. Roland, you're up.
I'll turn to Zoran and I'll say, now when you come around this corner, you will see a flying Tyrannosaurus Rex. Don't be alarmed, he's on our side.
You are a funny one. Always humorous in the heat of battle, I take it.
Sure.
You should really keep the tall tales for the campfire.
20, 25, and 30. I can still only see that spider. You hear Roland sigh a bit because he only has one charge of the wand of fireballs left and he's not going to chance it. Really regretting taking out those injured drow from the infirmary. I am going to cast a firebolt at this spider.
That hits it midair. It slams into it. A lick of flame drips to the ground as some of its wings and fur is burnt and kind of tumbles around and looks very injured.
Alright. And then Roland will drop prone. Yeah.
Okay, duck down. Trying to conceal yourself from distant attacks. And here comes a spell out of nowhere. Some vague chanting to the north, Mr. T-Rex. And suddenly these inky black tentacles just erupt from the ground, threatening to grab your legs, and they can't reach your arms. Your arms are too small. Evard's black tentacles. So what happens is it's difficult terrain, and when you start your turn, then you have to make a dex save.
Cool.
She
Now,
casts
because
Freya
I'm,
Tar Pits.
Because I'm larger than large, do I get advantage or anything?
It no.
Okay.
Size doesn't give you advantage for anything. Alright, some troglodytes wearing breastplates, wielding longswords, run into the fray. This one charges in, running up the steps. And here comes another one. It wields its longsword above its head, it skirts around the tentacles and just comes in, screaming into battle. Alright, there's just a heap of crossbow bolts fired at you now, Darius. They all have, let me just check. Yep, they all have advantage. Here comes some crossbow bolts. First one. It hits you for 6 piercing damage. Second one. It hits you for 16 piercing damage. Wait. Does it have advantage? Sorry, that did not have advantage. It's not close enough. You hit for... It just misses you. It straight up misses you.
Nice.
These next 3 have advantage. They're close enough. You can't see them. They're too far away. So, unseen attacker. You hit for 9 piercing damage. Another bolt hits you for 4 piercing damage. And another bolt hits you for 10 piercing damage. They're coming from the north. Just a barrage of crossbow bolts. And this crossbow bolt will actually wait. No, she's gonna fire at you, T-Rex. This one has advantage. You can't see where it's coming from, and you'll hit for 9 piercing damage.
This is what Brood feels like. It's alright.
Yep. Right? It's kind of fun, hey?
And here come some more crossbow bolts.
Jesus.
The first attack has advantage. Sorry, not advantage. It hits for 11, and now this one has advantage. You're hit for another 11. Resisting all the poison as well. They're all coming from the north. If you remember, there's like a cliff in which you were led up to the temple area. Coming from there. I need to make a dexterity save. Alright, the tentacles grab onto your legs and arms, and you become restrained. They squeeze, and you feel yourself being constricted. You take 16 bludgeoning damage as well from the tentacles as they wrap around you.
I can't move, right?
Your
Can't even shift.
speed is 0.
Cool. Cool. Good thing that troglodyte's within 10 feet. I will... yeah, I'm gonna bite that.
That's a hit. And it just squirts troglodyte juice.
Ugh.
Tastes foul.
Let go of it, throw it against the wall.
I just slam straight up against the wall and falls onto the floor.
And that other troglodyte's just out of range.
Damn it, that was too far.
What about this? What about the spider?
Nope, it's
Too far?
definitely too far. Everything's just outside my range. Damn it.
Well, the
Alright.
spider's also 30 feet up as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's about the same. He's 15 feet away from you. Zess.
Sit here. Okay, gonna shoot up at the flying spider.
Bye bye, spider. Headshot.
It's gone.
Flies out of the air and slams into the bottom of these steps. Loud squish.
And come over here and
Here comes a crossbow bolt at you, Tyrannosaurus Darius. It has advantage. And you'll hit for 9 piercing damage.
They're making a diamond, you man.
Bolts are just flying out of everywhere, all aimed at you as you're in the front line. Brew.
Yeah, way to soak up the damage. I'm gonna run up on this troglodyte with the blade held low.
He does some sort of janky battle stance with the longsword, like he kind of knows how to use it. Puts his breastplate out first.
Tempest honors your fury.
I can see.
I will not be reckless, I think.
Okay. And
Sorry.
whoa,
I had some
you got all
leg
sorts
there.
of things going on there.
Sorry.
That's a hit.
Yeah, leg.
And poor troglodyte. His first day on the job as a warrior, and he's already dead. You just cut him straight
Like
down.
Tempest honors you, and then like cut him in half. Okay.
The greatsword just breaks through the breastplate, cuts his longsword arm off.
Yeah, granted, it's not much of a consolation prize.
Okay, let's get some more tentacles happening. More tentacles burst out of the ground. This time, they're on top of you, Brew.
Ah! Is that dexterity?
Not yet, but yeah, at the start of your turn, you will need to make a dexterity saving throw. These swirling, inky black tentacles just wrapping around your arms and legs. Zarin is going to shoot at this flying spider.
Roland is going to look back to make sure he notices the T-Rex.
He looks over. Huh, neat trick.
What?
Was that your trick, Roland?
That's actually scamps.
Very good. That spider just falls out of the you look over, Roland, and you see he's just sunk a crossbow bolt directly into the spider's head. Ha ha ha! House Auvryndar? I don't think so. House dead. Ha ha ha. I need to come up with better material. Scamp.
I feel very useless right now.
You are responsible for the T-Rex. I mean, really. You could be drinking tea. You could have a cup of tea right now and you'd still be ahead of the game.
But then you look over, you see the T-Rex. The T-Rex is like floating a couple of feet in the air, like tentacles going in his mouth, and he's got like 50 crossbow bolts sticking out his side.
Yeah,
We said no hentai, okay?
did not consent to the hentai.
I'm going to. I'll move up a bit. There, maybe? And then I'll put 3 Fey Energy dice into Brew as a bonus action.
Woo woo woo. Merci.
This should be an 8 hit points plus 3 temporary hit points. And I will take the dodge action again. So I don't think anything's within range.
Alright, this drow dashes forward on the back of his giant lizard. He comes up to the T-Rex in its restrained state, and he sees it badly injured from all the crossbow bolts. He starts attacking with his short sword. And you're hit for 6 piercing damage. The drow poison has no effect. He hits you again for another 6 piercing damage. He seems like a little bit disgruntled that the poison's not taking effect. Alright, this drow is like on the ceiling, 80 feet high, on the back of the giant lizard. And she fires at Dagger with her light crossbow. And that's a miss. Rolling.
Oh, that's good, because I was muted.
I'm gonna stand up, using 15 feet of movement. 5, 10, and 15. Okay. I am going to cast. Well, first I'll look to the T-Rex, who is restrained by the tentacles at the moment. Be prepared to not be able to fly any longer. And I'm going to cast a hypnotic pattern over on this ledge. Let me grab the template.
I got it for you.
Okay, cool.
That's a 30-foot cube. And there we go. It's all yours. But I think we both touched it at the same time. It was love at first sight.
So, do I need to be able to see this? I say see. I don't have to actually be able to see, but I need to have line of.
You do, yeah. If there's total cover in between you and the spell, it's going to appear on the near side of the cover. Other than that, this spell just appears in an area in space in which you can fathom.
Okay. There.
Is this from the instrument? It is, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm casting it with the instrument, so.
Okay. Drow, as you know, as being an elf, they have a Fey ancestry. They have advantage.
So.
I'm gonna do this fight. The fly. You get a flying spider, so I'm just gonna do the spider first. It doesn't have advantage. It's incapacitated, 0 movement speed, and charmed. I'm just gonna roll all the rest, and if any of them fail, I'm just gonna roll them again because of advantage. Oh, it's regular, yeah.
So yeah, it's just a regular roll.
DC is 17.
17. Yes.
Okay, let's see what happens. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drow fail. Alright, let me see which ones succeed. Frau.
I need the right ones to fail.
And your good friend Chabrus, he succeeds. All the rest fail, and the tentacles on Brew vanish.
Woo!
But not the ones on the T-Rex.
No, only one spell vanishes.
Yeah, I was hoping they were both over there. Okay. With that, I'll take another knee and go quote unquote prone again. So I don't get peppered with bolts.
Okay. So adding these charmed icons to a couple of drow. Be 2 seconds.
Okay.
I charm the ones that made the saving throws that have failed. And you're prone. Okay, let's see what's happening over here. Tentacles are doing their thing. And this drow saw that spell. It'll take out a large number of the drow, and he doesn't like that. So he's going to try and return fire at you, Roland. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 magic missiles come your way.
Oh, things I can't get out of the way of. That
You see these
kinda
7
sucks.
kind of little comets of light swirling around, coming towards you with great speed, and you're hit for 28 points of force damage.
I knew I should have taken shield as my magic initiate first level spell. That took frickin' absorb elements. Okay.
5th level magic missile.
Oh my god, I cannot believe I made that. That's lucky.
You maintain concentration, and this guy's gonna shake one of the charms awake. The other female drow elite warrior on the back of a giant lizard skirts around, and they just start, like, they're relentlessly just trying to take down this T-Rex. She's gonna start stabbing it, taking advantage of the advantage. You're hit for 7 piercing damage, Darius, and again she hits you for 5 piercing damage. You can see the frustration in their faces because the poison's not working. Oh, I just realized there was supposed to be some other drow going. Last initiative count for the drow. So let me just sort those turns out. Okay, you're gonna have a crossbow bolt come your way, Mr. T-Rex. And you're hit for 12 piercing damage. Alright, that damage actually rolls over to Darius, 7 points.
Hey, Darius is still up.
And you can shrink into one of those 9 squares that you're in. You are still restrained. You can choose which square you shrink down to.
I mean, out of the tentacles, right?
Yeah. There are drow just firing at you from that cliff to the north. Alright, Darius. So, dexterity save.
I was gonna say, come on, let me do something first. Damn it.
I think it's going to make you unconscious. It will.
Bruh.
A tentacle just wraps around your neck, and you guys just see Darius being choked out. And actually, wait, is it 0 damage? Oh no, you automatically take the damage because you're restrained. You don't even get a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
So you guys just see the tentacles lift Dario up, crush him, and he's lifeless now. He's being strangled by the tentacles. Zesana.
Are you muted?
Oh. First, I'm going invisible. Then I'm going to do bonus action hide.
Alright, 33. That's pretty well hidden.
Yep. And
You creep up and down these stone steps into an enormous cavern where you can start to see some purple mold growing in patches on the floor. Enormous zerkwood stalks. Sound of flowing water and many drow warriors.
And then big end of turn.
Alright, this drow is on the back of a giant flying spider. And it buzzes over here. And it just fires. He's gonna fire down his crossbow at you, bro. And it's a miss. Spider's gonna dodge. Oh no, dash, sorry. So he's 60 feet up. Bro.
Ross and his lizard, they're up sort of on the ridge.
Yep. The lizards are
Cool.
climbing. They're stuck to the ridge. The ridge starts off at 10 feet high and gets shorter as it descends into the cave.
I'll swing at Ross without wreck. Or normal.
Okay. That is a hit. And the flaming sword slams through him. It's a decent injury. He's looking bloodied after that first attack.
Okay.
And another direct hit. He's staggered backwards. He's seriously injured and he just screeches in agony.
You fight well.
Zaran is going to shoot at the giant flying spider over here. And he misses. He fires again with his second crossbow bolt attack. If it works. He misses. Dah! He just rolls back around the corner. Scamp.
Alright, I'm going to kind of run forward. The tentacles aren't here, right?
No, it's 4x4, so it's like that.
I'm just going to do a first level cure wounds on Darius. And then I'm going to do my hidden path touch as a bonus action and teleport him behind us.
How far can it go?
Up to 30 feet. I'll send you. Yeah. I'll send you. I'll probably keep you staggered. So, right there, kind of up and behind Roland.
He turns into this sort of green ribbony energy, reappears over there. I think the spider's going to help the other spider out. Up on that ledge to the north. Alright, this guy is just going to... where are you? Oh, he's not snapped properly to the grid. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, I didn't draw that green square properly. Right, he should have been there. He should have been like that. Alright, he is going to just return his attacks at you, Brew. He already feels like he's outmatched here. And he hits you for 4 piercing damage. And he attacks you again. You can just see the frustration because the poison's not working. He's swearing at you and you block that second attack. This drow's gonna fire her crossbow down at you, Scamp. She's like up on the ceiling, like 80 feet high. This cavern is enormous. And she misses you with her light crossbow. Roland.
So, quick question. Can I tell? Would I be able to tell if if anybody's still
Yeah,
under?
because it
or-
requires concentration. You can
Okay.
feel like yourself still concentrating on it. So yeah, there's still.
Okay, so there's still some people in the charm. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. I am going to crawl forward. Yep, I'm gonna crawl forward. How many feet in the air are they, by the way?
She's 80. She's like the lizard stuck to the wall. She's pretty much at your level.
Oh, damn. That's way too big a difference.
She's kind of hiding the number there. The lizard is.
Yeah, that kind of fucks my plan a little bit. What do I have at that range? Other than Firebolt. Nothing really. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at first level on this drow. I'm not so worried about the damage, just him running away.
He fails, and he takes 8 points of psychic damage. He uses his reaction to move away, and because he's mounted on the lizard, that means he like jumps off the lizard. 5. He like sort of leaps off, provokes from you, Brew. That's half his movement speed to jump off the lizard. 20. So he just like undoes.
Oh god.
Like takes himself out of the saddle, and as he's doing this, he's like taking his sweet time. He's undoing all these buckles, and Brew, you just take a look at him, and you just kind of like tap him with Sun Death, and he just bursts into flames.
That's funny. That was what I wanted to happen. Okay. Let's see. I crawled forward 5 feet, so I'll crawl back 10 feet. I say crawl, like. And I think I'll just stay there.
Okay, what's going on? Alright, these tentacles go down. They're not being very useful. And let's see what's going to happen now. So movement fast. So measuring. Okay. He's gonna throw up some more tentacles, this time on Rue. You hear an incantation coming from the north atop that cliff, and a 20-foot cube of swirling tentacles bursts up, conveniently narrowly missing you as well, Dagger.
Yay!
Because that's where he wanted to block the stairs, really. You just happen to be in the right place, even though you're hidden. That's it. Tentacles appear. This guy's gonna... Alright, you feel that spell end now, Roland. They've shaken each other awake, pretty much. 2... Alright, here comes some crossbow bolts. And I think they're all going to be shot at Brew. Maybe we'll mix it up. You can have some too, Scamp. We'll split the difference. 2 and 2. They have advantage because they have superior dark vision. They can see you. You can't see them. The crossbow bolts are coming from this direction, just firing down upon you guys. First one at Brew. It's a hit for a total of 1 damage.
Yeah.
And here comes the second one. And it misses. And then 2 at Scam. First bolt. It's a hit for 4 piercing damage. What were you concentrating on, Scam?
Polymorph.
Polymorph.
Oh, that's already
That's
gone.
gone.
And here comes a second light crossbow bolt. You hit for 4 piercing. There's like a firing line forming on that cliff. Alright, the giant lizard is gonna just try and bite you, Brew. It snaps its maw, and it crits you for 2 piercing damage. Just bites onto your face.
Oh, it's such a cute thing.
I pet it just a little bit.
Wonder if I could ride the giant lizard. Are they as well trained as the spiders?
God damn it.
Alright, the drow pushes through, breaking through your front line, getting around behind you guys. If she
Do I
wants
get to
Scamp,
whack it with a staff?
you can attack her or the lizard. Up to you.
Did we
Uh,
have
probably-
a front line?
Well, I mean, it was a T-Rex and Brew.
We had sort of a front thing.
I'll go after the lizard.
Okay.
Nope.
You kind of trip over a little bit there, Scamp, as you try to swing. The quarterstaff gets stuck on your bag. And yeah, this drow sees you just kind of crawling, rolling, and very, very quickly the lizard is going to come up at you. And she's going to have the
She wants to do
lizard bite you. She commands the lizard to bite. It's very well trained, and that's what it does. It
Okay.
it bites you for 6 piercing damage, and she will then attack you using her short sword, and she hits for 7 piercing. And she attacks you again and hits you for 5 piercing damage.
She can get the lizard to attack and attack me twice. That kind of sucks.
The giant lizard has she's letting it just behave how it wants, so it's going on its own turn now. Just happens to be right next to her still on initiative count 6, so it literally just happened on the previous turn.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't questioning what they were doing. I just thought that sucked for Roland.
Alright, there's a couple more crossbow bolts. You can hear some like female drow chuckling away. They seem to be enjoying this. Ha 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 ha. And then they fire at Brew. Crossbow bolts at advantage.
I think Brew's probably also enjoying it.
Alright, you're hit for 6 piercing damage. One of them just crits you. And then another bolt. It misses. Darius.
I reach my hand out to Roland and just kind of nod at him. Take my hand.
Nod
bro.
back.
I'm going to use the cloak
Gonna
of
show me the world.
Yeah, basically. I'm going to use the cloak of the mob bank to get us.
Okay, we're getting poofed. Gotcha.
Let's go like to there. So,
Alright, dimension door. You grab roll and disappear, and you reappear over near this corner.
and then I will do that at a 5th level.
You if you do a spell on your turn, the only a bonus action spell, the only other spell can be a cantrip.
I didn't think it was a spell because I used an item.
What
that's
does it
fine.
say?
That's
Yep,
fine.
you can use it to cast dimension door. So yeah, you cast it.
Okay. That's Fair enough. Well then, I won't cast Mass Healing Word. I don't have anything else I can really do then.
Walk around the corner.
No, sure. Yeah. I will go ahead and tell Roland, I think it's time for a tactical retreat. And take a couple extra steps around the corner.
As you run there, Zoran yells, "There are 2 guards up there, you know. They've been watching us the entire time."
Oh, fuck.
Alright, Zeth. He says that after you move, Darius.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Doesn't let you know that until after you've run there.
Cool story.
The Drow's superior dark vision seems to see a lot more than others. Alright, Dagger. Are you there? You're muted.
Yeah. How far up is the cliff edge over?
It's
Over here.
10 feet. It's a very sharp set of steps.
That bitch would still be out of my range. Okay, I'm going to come up. And stab her.
Hit. Alright, out of nowhere.
Crappy damage.
Her armor absorbs some of that damage, but still, she's blood just spurts out everywhere from her leathers. That hurt her. She's hurting.
Disengage. Actually, it was there. Disengage. This way. And yell at Brew. You need help over here.
Aye.
Alright, there's a drow warrior on the back of a giant flying spider. He's gonna get the spider to fly down using a dash action. And, oh, what's going on with that? And then he moves around and he comes in at scamp, swinging around on the spider. He's just a few feet above ground level here. He attacks with his short sword. And he crits for 12 piercing damage. And he attacks you again. And he hits you for 9 piercing damage. The drow poison is just not affecting you at all, coating his blade. Alright, Brew, it's a dex save for you for the tentacles at the start of your turn. You have advantage. And they grab you.
If they do, then I'm going to call out to Tempest for a little bit.
Alright, reroll.
Don't let this sea creature hold me back from the fight.
And you take 5 bludgeoning damage and you become restrained. So tentacles grab you. You could use your action to try and break free. You'll keep on taking damage at the start of every round as long as you are restrained.
Yeah, I'll use my action to try to do that.
Alright, you get a strength or dexterity check, your choice.
I'll do a strength check.
Okay, you have advantage.
And I have advantage from range, I think.
Yeah. 12 is not enough. These are tough tentacles and you ain't breaking free with a 12.
Oh, this reminds me of being at sea. The one time Bruce starts talking to himself.
Alright, you hear some chuckling in the darkness to the northeast, Darius. And suddenly a violet light blankets down on you. Make a dexterity save. Ha 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 ha. And you too, Roland, while you're at it. You both get verified by a pair of drow guards. And you both jump out of the way. Or Roland, you roll out of the way as you're crawling.
Thank Christ.
Let's take a look at some measurements here. Okay, Scamp. You suddenly see an Evard's black tentacle burst up out of the ground underneath you. More of these inky black tentacles threaten to grab you. Alright, Zoran is going to poke his head around the corner and he's going to shoot at this drow that's next to you, Scamp, with his light crossbow. He hits. He sneak attacks. And the drow doesn't know what hit him. He resists the poison. But the sneak attack, I mean, he hit him like in a vital organ, and that drow is seriously injured after that attack. He follows it up with another crossbow bolt, and that hits. Whoops, I used the wrong sheet. I gotta do the poison damage. Alright, he makes a con save against that poison. And the drow just starts foaming from the mouth and just falls off the side of the giant spider. Very potent poison kills him. Huh. Let's keep cleaning up! There can't be too many left of them.
That's enough.
Then we'll make our way to Spiderwatch Keep, where Erlel shall reward you all. Alright, Scamp. Dex save for tentacles. You're able to avoid being grabbed by the tentacles. So, no damage, no restraint. You can move out of them. Highly advisable.
I'm actually going to... It's difficult terrain to walk through them, right?
Yeah.
So that's 25. Can I go there for 30?
Yeah.
And
It's even enough ground there. You don't have to make any acrobatics check to stand there.
I'm gonna touch Brew and send him away from the tentacles.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna send him backwards 30 feet. So we'll stick him right above that giant lizard there. And then for action, I want to... if I wild shape into something that's got more movement speed than me, do I gain movement speed?
Yeah, it'll stack up. It'll just deduct from what you've already used this turn.
We're gonna... Oh. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna wild shape into a giant wasp.
Alright. Have you been a wasp before, Dagger? I don't think so. I mean, Scamp.
No, I've never been a wasp.
I'm just...
Hey, it's in my wild shape.
completely unrelated topic. Have you ever been a wasp before, Dagger?
Oh, actually, can I do giant bat instead? Sorry,
Sure.
I was looking for giant bat and I didn't see it. And
Alright, giant bat.
that one would be preferable. It's above the giant frog.
Okay.
I'm sleepy.
Alright, you're now a giant bat, but I'm still curious if Dagger's ever been a giant wasp before, but we'll save that for another day. You can answer
No,
that
I have
later.
never been a giant wasp.
Alright, you spring forth into a giant bat, Scamp.
And I never will be.
We're gonna just, try and... Can I fly over the spider? I want to get 30 feet away from where I'm at.
The ceiling here is
The
20
hallway.
feet high. You can fly over it, You will provoke from it. You'll provoke
I
from the
figured I'd
lizard
be
as well.
provoking from that and the lizard.
Yeah.
I'll go fly.
Yeah, you could fly around it. You could fly like up here and like that if you've got enough movement.
I have some movement. I'll go up to here like that. I assume I'll still provoke from the lizard.
Yeah,
But...
lizard's gonna. It loves eating bat. That's how coronavirus started. It's a mess.
Woo.
Alright, you're fluttering at about the same flight height as the flying spider. It's just a few feet above the ground. And let me hide your scamp token. Alright, this spider is going to try and bite you, Scamp. With its mandibles. It hits. 6 damage. You don't have to worry about the
Leave
poison.
my friend alone. Bad spider.
Alright, this drow's going to shoot at you, Scamp. She sees you fluttering away in bat form and fires her crossbow. She misses. Rolling.
Alright, I'm gonna stand up. Can't really get rid of the tentacles where I'm at. 5, 10, and 15. All of my movement. I'm not gonna bother getting going prone again. So, but it's 80 feet in the air. So, 80 feet relative to where I'm standing now, or relative to where the bottom of this is.
It's to the bottom of that floor, so it's 70 feet above you. She's 70 feet away.
Okay, yeah, it's still out of my range then for that spell. You know, worked last time. Let's just do another dissonant whispers at the one that's by at the drow by brew, first level.
Alright, so wisdom save.
Fuck.
She succeeds. She kind of grabs her head. I think she still takes half damage.
Yeah, it's only 3. That kind of sucked. Yeah. Just rolled really well. Yeah, I got nothing.
Alright, this guy is going to fire a heap of magic missiles at Scamp. Actually, why do magic missiles when you can do a lightning bolt?
That's what they say.
That's my motto.
He's got a perfect line there too.
We should have just told Zoran, hey, we need to take a quick 1 hour breather before we do anything. And I could have been way more useful this fight.
Alright, make a dexterity save, Scamp. This guy has a perfect lightning bolt. And it just slams straight across this cavern. The blue light from the lightning briefly illuminates his cackling drow face, some of the Zerkwood branches, and a tube of blue lightning just cuts across the cavern.
Like right between Brew and Susanna.
Yep. And you fly to the side, taking 15 points of lightning damage.
I have 1 hit point left as a bat.
He grumbles.
Woohoo! Way to go back.
Alright, here comes crossbow bolts. This is at you, Scamp. Sorry. And you're hit for 9 piercing damage. You come out of wild shape as Scamp and take 8 damage. And we're going to have another crossbow bolt fired at you, Scamp. It's a miss. And 2 at Brew. Advantage. I give you cover as well, Brew, because you got a spider and Scamp in the way. Both of those bolts miss. And then one more for Scamp. So they're just trying to fight you guys away. Scamp, you're hit for 5 piercing. This giant lizard's going to dash up to you, Scamp. The other one here is going to bite at Brew.
Grr.
And you're bit for 3 damage. At the same time, the lizard's going to move up here, and then she's going to move around here, kind of working this lizard's reins, swinging around. She comes in at you, Brew, with her short sword. And she hits you for 5 piercing damage. And she continues at Zasana with her second attack. And you just parry her off with your rapier dagger. There's not that many drow left here. Most of them are firing at you guys from the cliff. Just like these ones. They're going to fire at Brew. 2 shots. And the 23 hits you for 3 piercing. Darius.
Alright. I will... Yeah, that puts everybody in my range. And I will cast Mass Healing Word at 5th level.
At 3d4. So you're getting all of your allies?
Yep. So everybody gets 13.
Zoran says, "Thank you.
Awesome.
I needed that. I suppose I can clean up these other miscreants that are making fun of you by that pen."
Yeah. Cool. With that, Darius just calls out. We need to regroup. Cannot fight a battle on this plane.
Sasana.
I almost forgot she moved up to get me. I was like, did I move myself? Stab.
That's a mess. She just parries you off. Some fancy sword work.
Disengage.
Brr.
Yeah, I picture, well, Shinzai's attention's on Zaysana and like sword fighting. Bruce just standing with the big flaming sword right behind Shinzai and like grinning at Zaysana. Like, good, you've got her attention. And then I'll swing at.
She's got one eye on you as well. And she just dodges out of the way. And that hits her. She attempts to parry, but the force from the greatsword is too much. There's a fiery explosion of radiant energy, and she's almost knocked off the lizard.
Stay there.
Alright, the drow at the animal pen just are chuckling some more. And they, like, you expect maybe some crossbow bolts to come from that direction to the northeast, but they don't. You just hear a couple of footsteps. Something is very funny, apparently. They're just laughing their heads off. Okay, the drow mages, and they've been flinging a lot of spells from these cliffs, and they're going to fling some more. This is going to be some magic missiles at Scam. 5 missiles. You hit for 20 points of force damage, Scam. So the darts come from the north. Alright, Zarin is going to come around the corner and fire at the drow warrior who's badly hurt. And that bolt just kills her. The poison's too much and she slumps off of the lizard dead. He's then going to take another shot at the lizard itself. And bye-bye lizard. Headshot.
Nice of him.
I agree with Darius. Bring it back. Their numbers are dwindling, but would be fools to fight them from the cliff. They have the higher ground. Scam.
I'm gonna try and frostbite this lizard that's next to me.
Lizard fails and its mouth becomes frozen.
Then I'm going to hidden step as my bonus action to go invisible. Run away.
Now you hear a female's voice call out in Elvish, "Fall back!" And just like that, the giant flying spider just buzzes away, understanding the drow's command. She's going to dash along the ceiling on her giant lizard. And this lizard is also going to run away. So, do you guys want to retreat as well? Break initiative? Or do you want to try and take her out?
I would.
Let's just retreat. I want to see what these guys up here are laughing about so much.
Everyone in agreement?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Alright, they withdraw, and you guys do too. Looks like both sides have had enough for now. And let's take a 10-minute break now. Break up this fight and see what the latest joke is over here. We get back. I'll see you guys soon. I'll tally up the experience for that encounter too. A lot more drow have fallen.
I did not expect to take that much damage when we first entered that other room from that stupid mage.
Well, the issue that would have been a different fight if, say, I mean, for several things would have made that a different fight. If I had saved a few fireballs, for one thing, would have been a completely different fight.
Yeah, but
if we had Pavel, who is a damage machine, that would have been a different fight.
Oh yeah. God damn. You know he's gonna feel awful about falling asleep, but at the same time I'm like, God damn you. Like I don't want to like hurt his personality. I guess like, you know, he's young. It's new for him. He'll feel guilty already. I don't want to like rub it in, but like
Yeah, we needed him.
totally.
I think we could have killed them all if Pavel had been here, I believe.
Oh yeah, especially with his range.
Yeah. I would have put a holy weapon on his pistol and just hung back and watched. So yeah, but you know, c'est la vie.
Yeah, I actually early on I had a moment where I was like, do I need to throw a beacon of hope? And I was like, no, we'll be fine. And then I was like, ooh, no, we're not fine. Fuck.
I just wish that hypnotic pattern can be very, very good at certain times, but at other
Against
times
anything
it's
other than drow.
well, no, even with drow, with my guitar, it's not bad because it cancels out their advantage. Uh, but the issue is when I'm going for such a large group, and there are, and if any of them save, that
Yeah, you have to
that
get
there
them
are
all.
more. Well, yeah, you have to get them all for one usually, especially if there are a bunch of what I call minions in there, which there were. I'm sure there. I think there were like 4 or 5 minions in that little thing there. So if they're all going on the same turn, which they were, it's just a hey wake up, hey wake up, hey wake up. It's just a train, of people waking other people up. So yeah, it was just bad timing uh, in terms of the turn order. I've actually held back some
Yeah.
spells though. I still have a third, 2/4, and my sixth.
I've got 3 first level spells, and that's it. Darius is tapped.
I've been saving those for. I've been saving fourths for get out of dodge spells, which are greater invisibility and dimension door. Um, and I've been saving the sixth just because there's no really big reason. I've been
To be
saving.
fair, like the whole reason I used my cloak of the month link to get you out of there is because I was like, 2 rounds of that will like diminish you real fast. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I was gonna try another hypnotic pattern on the ledge and hope I got more of them. But there's probably, since I couldn't see the ledge, there's probably enough room where they could spread out quite a bit, especially after they saw the first hypnotic pattern. So they probably just like run in, shoot, and then run away. Yeah.
all sorts of things.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, the reason I was going invisible so many times was to get me that advantage so I could get my sneak attack damage.
Yeah. It happens. Not too awful far from 13. Pretty close actually.
Right, I'm back.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, good.
Good.
Trying to decide how Roland felt about it. Alan feels great. Roland, I don't know.
Alright, so as you guys move deeper into the Drow fortress, you came under attack by the remainder of the forces of House Auvryndar stationed here. And they dragged the battle out into this massive natural cavern. Upon slaughtering most of them, this large force that was stationed here began to withdraw. You guys also took that opportunity to withdraw. You still see these squirming black tentacles seemingly appearing from some inky black abyss, moving around and guarding these stairs as you move away.
Can you center us again? Sorry.
Zoran just puts his face mask on. Well, should we go and see what is so funny over here?
Zoran, I have to ask. I've seen you take the thing on and off. It serves no purpose other than for you to arbitrarily try and mask your voice a little. Why? Just take it off.
I can't expect you to understand the way of the drow. Now, perhaps we should just start throwing some fireballs around here. That should shut these miscreants up. The chuckling
I'm
stops.
going invisible.
Alright, as you move to the back of this massive hall, you start to see what looks like an enormous fountain that dominates the center of the hall. It's immense. It's like 60 foot in diameter. It's adorned with 8 statues that represent the Dark Celadrine, the Drow Pantheon. And there are these cracked tiles fanning out from the fountain to form a web-like mosaic on the floor. There's a stone enclosure in the northwest corner, and you guys are hearing this like somber sound emanate from within. A very gentle mixture of instruments. You recognize the instruments, Roland. There's a viol, a horn, a fiddle, a drum, and a flute, and a soft voice. And there are 2 male drow standing in front of this enclosure. It's a 40-foot square stone enclosure, 20-foot high walls made of smooth stone, and the web seems to be a mass of sticky webs. There is some bars, a sturdy iron-barred gate set into the wall. And Zoran just quickly runs up with his short sword drawn and puts it to the drow's neck. Ha! Good work, Sornoz. Good work, Tazrak. It's Sornoz and Tazrak.
Oh.
Damn it! I was wanting to kill them. Fuck.
Play you a tune, a voice says from within the pen.
Uh-oh.
Can ask why these musicians are kept in this prison.
Tazarak and Sornoz look at each other and they kind of just shrug. We are not sure, but they played a nice song. As you look in, you see 5 halflings, a musical quintet, and yeah, they are just like in this pen. The floor of the pen is littered with straw. There are like some stacks of hay that seem to serve as cots, some leathers and animal furs. And these 5 halflings seem to be in good health. Each one has a different instrument. A drum, a fiddle, a viol, a horn, and a flute. And yeah, a band. They're like ready to play you guys a song. It's a little bit bizarre. And then they start playing something. Hit it! They start playing Sugar Plum Fairy. This is what Wonwell loved. Do you like it? We can play anything you wish.
You don't have to play what she loves anymore. She is dead.
They whoop! Just you hear that like CD rip. What? That record rip. What do you mean she's dead?
So here I was. No. No longer living. Has moved on. Loth has turned her into a Dryder and pulled her into her pit.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. And as you take a closer look, you can see 3 male halflings and 2 female halflings, each one 3 feet tall. They're just dressed in plain clothes. They don't really have any distinguishing features. They do kind of look a little bit skinny, like a bit malnourished when you take a closer look at them. They look a little bit decrepit. And the one doing the speaking is this guy, Chardin. He has a wide-brimmed hat.
Well...
So she's dead?
Yeah.
Like,
she is.
gone dead, like, not coming back?
Of course.
Oh
What other
my.
kind of dead is there?
Oh well. Dead tired. Dead tired of our songs, maybe? I'm a little bit saddened to learn that. Well,
Really?
she always treated us well.
She imprisoned you.
We were the
How's
best
that treating you
slaves she's
well?
ever had, she said.
Stockholm syndrome, maybe?
I guess. People that are considered as slaves, well, I mean, that's not right.
Well,
That's just not...
we like to make
especially
the
musicians.
best of a situation. We've got no chance to escape, so we may as well embrace it. We've ate nothing but mushrooms. It's... Now that I think of it, it's not the nicest. You know what? We'd very much just like to get out of here now. Perhaps you could help us reach Waterdeep.
Rin, I know you're here somewhere.
It's
Listen.
Asana.
Zasana, would you mind letting them out, please?
Alright,
Is
it's a lock. It's a very basic looking lock. You can make a Thieves' Tools check. That's just to unlock it. No. It's not enough. 21. Something is keeping the tumblers stuck shut. Not only does the bar have a lock on it, the bars themselves seem kind of reinforced.
Oh, I thought you were kidding for a second.
No. Seems to be like a magical force locking the door.
Arcane lock.
Is
It's
there room to get a
magically locked.
Is there room to get a crowbar in, or would that not work with a magic lock?
You could try and bust the lock, or you could just try and like lift the actual bars, bro.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to use
Well,
the crowbars effectively to lift the bars, though.
Okay, then I'd try to use the crowbar on the lock.
Okay.
Try to bust the lock off.
Alright, make an athletics check with advantage. Alright, you feel this fourth force sheathing the lock, and you manage to snap the lock clean off.
Well done, bro.
It just breaks, it buckles, and it falls off onto the ground.
I'll call that a dispel magic.
We should play a song. I know. Take it from the top. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And they start playing a song. Dun 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 dun.
It's like the music we heard in like the arena at in Xanatar's.
Yeah. It's a very popular song.
We've heard it before. Can we just open the door now, or?
It's bars. It's like a
Oh, okay. So it's not
A
like
gate.
an actual like door.
yeah.
Um,
It looks like it's like it would have to be slid up.
I can give that a try.
brew if you would.
Alright, this same magical force that was protecting the lock is also keeping these bars forced down. It will require an athletics check to lift them.
Why was she so adamant about keeping these musicians here? I don't understand.
I'll lift with the legs, not the back.
Well, she said we were very good musicians. And you just don't have enough strength left after ripping that lock off, Brew. 22 is not enough to force the gate open. Oh, is it because we're not playing our song good enough?
No,
That's not it.
We can
Should
play something
be
else.
Should we be trying so hard to get them out right now? This seems like a very safe place for them.
I've got another song. How's this? They start doing this strange dance.
You have a very diverse music collection there.
He's like hopping around on one foot while he's Chardon. He plays the flute. So he's like kind of just tooting at this flute and he's hopping around on one foot and then he's like using it to beat the drum. We've had a lot of time to practice, what can I say?
Zeron.
They start like do-say-doing and dancing around. They're very jovial.
Zeron, the remainder of House of Red.
Yes.
A good idea of where they might have gone.
That's them. The ones left up on the ledge. All we have to do is make our way up there and slaughter the rest of them. There's probably a few on level 11. We could sneak up on them as well.
Is there any way to... Where does that ledge lead? Doesn't it lead back into the compound of, well, where Muriel used to live?
Indeed. My intel tells me you've been up there. When you were sequestered to slay Muriel, that is the path in which they led you up.
Right.
Hey, if you can get the bars open, we can have a party in here. There's plenty of room for everyone. Let's dance! Whee!
I don't think we're going to be able to get the bars open. We don't have
What?
enough magic to dispel at the moment. And
What? But that means we'll be stuck here. Without
forever.
We only have a week's worth of mushrooms left to eat. What will we eat? Play the sad music.
You won't be in there for a whole week.
They start playing
You need to regain,
a somber
need to
tone.
regain a little of our strength. That is all.
I suggest we
Oh,
take
what will we do in here? Oh, I think I'm getting sick already. Oh,
Are you at least 10 feet away from social distance? Social distance!
oh, Olivia, help me for thou art weak. Philomena, tell my non-existent wife I love her. Oh no,
Oh my goodness.
Chardon. Please get
You
us
guys
out of
might be
here.
able to play music, but you guys cannot act, can you?
Chardon looks up at you as they're all like dramatically holding him like he's about to die. Well, I mean, it's not our forte.
Can they just stop the music dead? You are very, very good at playing the music that you play, though.
Yes,
we-
you're.
Have you heard of the
Get
Yawning
up to me.
Portal Tavern?
Of course.
We're hoping to return there. That's our plan. Durnan, I heard he's quite rich. Maybe he'll pay us for a performance.
Well, there's already a bard there, but you might be able to get some work there, for sure.
Oh, don't worry. We've learned things from the drow to take care of competition.
I would advise against that.
I'm just kidding. We're not like that. Oh, come on. Now what?
If they're like that, they'd fit in at our bar really well, I think.
Well, I think maybe I could just probably try and fit through these bars. Let me just see. Oh, there we go. I'm out. He just slipped straight through.
I wouldn't advise running around. They're still drow.
Wait for me. Ah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Just push harder, Peter. Like this.
Oh
Another
my
one slips
goodness.
out. Wait for me, guys. Hey. And another one slips out.
No wonder they were freaking caught.
Oh, goodbye, Peter. Nice knowing you. And 4 of them managed to get out. But their instruments are still stuck inside.
You could just stay back and help your friend get out, right?
Well, I mean,
Don't you want your
it's
instruments?
a dog-eat-dog world. Every halfling for himself.
Can I yank him through?
You really have learned a lot from the drow, haven't you?
You think you might just like break his arm off or something, bro?
Right. And do I think that would be a bad thing? Okay.
Yes. Roland would stop you. He would see you doing it.
Alright, while this is
Look,
happening,
Roland, I got part of him out.
Zaran has kind of slipped off.
Anyway,
Somewhere
I
into the
suggest we
darkness.
take a short break. Recover, recuperate before we chase down the other House of Auvryndar.
We can play a very good song. A lullaby, perhaps?
I don't think that it is needed, friend.
Rock-a-bye
Where would we-
halfling on the treetop. Nope.
Darius walks up to him and just kind of grabs him by the collar. You little annoying fuck.
The drow are much nicer than you!
You're right, they were. Now I said, not another word.
Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. Tries to kick you right in the nuts.
Don't make me kill the halflings.
He just kicks you straight in the balls, Darius, and you drop him. And then he runs over and he tries to slip back through the bars. I'm stuck! Help me! Help!
While they're doing that, Roland is going to sit down and begin quietly strumming his guitar, ritually casting Tiny Hut.
Okay.
So it's going to take 10 minutes to do that, but...
They ask you like 100
11
questions.
minutes.
What you
11
doing?
minutes.
Is that a spell? Kinda fancy that is. Ooh, can I play that lute? Is that a guitar?
I don't answer any of their questions. I just play my guitar.
Alright, Tiny Hut. How many does that fit?
It's 10 feet.
Well, it's up to 8 Here, I'll pop the spell. I think it's up to 8 creatures.
Alright. There's your
But he
8.
gets to choose who comes in and out, right?
Oh, I'll tell. Let's see.
9.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, that's 8 right there. I'm cool with that. As long as all of us are inside.
Chardon like runs in at the last second. Wait for me! If you tell him that he needs to get inside.
That's it. He's dead.
Alright, what color do you want to make it? Just sort of like purple? Purple dome.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Alright,
mean, it's gonna be conspicuous regardless of what color I make it, I guess.
there's no activity for this hour while you guys rest here.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Can I attempt to use a cooking kit? Or, yeah,
If you've
I
got...
don't have proficiency yet, though. So, no, it would just be for show.
If you've got like
Everybody-
something to make.
Everybody gets a D8 as well for Song of Rest. So, if you roll hit die.
I think it could only be rations pudding.
Rations pudding. Alright, as you strum, Roland, they actually compliment you with their instruments. And they're really good performers. They are. We're the sing-alongs. We come from the town of Daggerford. We were kidnapped by drow. We were forced to eat mushrooms. And they just sort of
songs.
tell you their tale.
I just rolled 4 ones in a row, trying to recover hit points.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Scamp.
I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and use all the hit dice I have left. At this point.
Good night,
I
Lonwell.
am upset. I actually have to use hit dice.
Oh, you took damage, poor baby.
Alright, as you guys are in the hut, like, Peter is still like in the cage and he's just smiling the whole time, just eagerly looking at the hut. And he's like joining in the conversations and playing instruments. He
That's not creepy at all.
doesn't seem worried that he's like still locked inside this cage.
These halflings are something else. Bardic inspirations, I have them back.
During the hours Zoran wanders by, some sort of illusion spell to guard you while you sleep.
Yes, it is. We all in here, Zoran.
Including the annoyances.
Just one more breather before we go for the final assault.
I feel that that's what we are doing. Yes.
Excellent. You fought so well. Their forces are dwindled. They'll be expecting us back.
Do you know where they would have run to?
They'll be up on the cliff most likely. Their last dance. I was thinking perhaps me and the other assassin Could try a surprise attack. Take out a couple of the mages before they even know what hit them.
That would be fantastic, actually. Susanna, would you be up for that?
Always.
What do you want us to do?
We want you to probably just get back in the cage for now, and we'll come get you when we're done.
Sure, we like the cage.
Really?
Oh yes,
Strange
keeps us
hap-
safe. And they try to squeeze back through.
The strangest happens.
I'm stuck! My leg!
Roland, we do not kink shame.
Can you try and lift these bars again? Oh, I got through! Wait for
I
me!
will kink shame them all I want. It's better than me slitting their throats.
I'm stuck! You see all like three of them, they're all tangled up with each other. And you can attempt to lift the bars again if you want, Brew, after taking the rest.
I'll leave the bubble breaking it.
Just a little more, just lift. They're trying to help you. And, alright, you manage to lift it just enough for them to slip through, but then you give way, Brew, and then the gate just slams down again. Like you wouldn't, like you could barely open it with a 24. Thank you! Good! Just like behind the bars again now, smiling at you guys.
Come along, Zeron.
Go get him! Don't forget about us! We'll starve to death if you do!
Well, on that note.
Well, halflings?
The sing-alongs!
Sing-alongs.
Dagger, where are you? Zoran is looking around like he's in an empty spot. Dagger!
You can... I'm right here.
Ah!
You can call me Zasana.
Yes. Names are not important. Now,
I tend to agree.
along the northern wall, beyond the ledge, there is a secret door. We can use it to gain quick access to the top of the ledge. Perhaps we could have the rest of your entourage move forward. And when we strike, that can be the signal for them to move up and attack. We may be able to target the mages one each.
I like your plan. Let's go. Lead on.
He puts on his mask. Let's do this. For House Freth!
Yes, for House Wrath. I have a far better disguise.
Alright, so I guess we need to just...
Alright, Zoran just like kind of signals you forward. He uses some drow sign language. Which you can
I'll
understand
extinguish.
well.
I'll
Okay.
put out the.
Oh, okay, so, what is he telling me in silence?
He says, come closer, stay here. When we give the signal, you move in and attack. Pretty much.
Alright, I'll sign back. What's the signal?
He'll throw down a fairy fire.
The death cry of a drow. Hopefully. Yeah, we'll know.
Tazarak and Sornos have moved in with him to aid him. They're the ones that are gonna do the signal because they can see better with their superior dark vision. Alright, you guys.
Brew,
He tells you not to move any closer than that.
Brew, come to the sound of my voice.
Alright, Zoran attempts to like sort of slip through the shadows down this ledge. He's able to hide in dim light. He just seems to blend in and become one with the shadows. I need a group stealth check.
So I'm going to try to be
From-
silent.
Alright, Zoran, Dagger, and these two drow. A group stealth check from those four. They're like moving in to be lookouts so they can give you guys a signal. And none of you guys are spotted. Down here. Yeah, you guys destroyed the stealth check easily. Zoran's already pushing against this stone wall. And as he does, the stone wall slides across. And there is a set of steps leading up 20 feet. There is a tubular tunnel, a bit of purple mold growing on the walls. And he doesn't mess around as well. He pushes open this door and it's go time. Let's roll initiative. They're surprised. You're 40 feet up, Taka. This ledge is 40 feet above the level below. And you see all the drow gathered here. You're actually met with a few troglodytes. But you do believe the plan is to take out the mages first, which you do see one mage. Zaran points, he sort of points to you and points to this mage. He wants you to take that guy out.
Okay.
I won't bother rolling everyone into initiative for the first round. There's not really any point. But you'll be rolled in for the second round. Let me just make sure I got all of these different drow groups. Alright, Zaran starts off by letting loose a crossbow bolt. He's also an assassin, so he has advantage. And if he hits, it's an automatic crit. Luckily, he's a crossbow expert. He has a second shot. And the drow can't even do a shield because he's surprised. That is a direct hit. And 37 plus 26 is 63 points of damage. He takes out that drow mage with a single headshot. He just slumps off the giant lizard. Just picks them off before they're even aware of what's happening. Alright, this guy is actually no longer surprised. Because he's went. So unfortunately,
Fucking
Dagger,
hell.
no automatic crit. You just have to try and take him out the old-fashioned way. Crossbow bolt to the eye socket.
So I don't get my assassinate shit. He's out of range, so short bow.
That hits him. Wait, no. Shield. He casts shield. He has his reaction. And suddenly he just whips around.
He could see me?
Shield doesn't require sight.
I know.
It just requires him to be hit. Reaction which you are hit by an attack. So he blocks you with a shield. 17 misses.
That was useless.
Alright, I'm just going to cycle through the turns. Zornoz and Tazarak throw up a blanket of green light here for you guys. And Brew and Roll and Darius and Scam, you guys can move up to the edge here and then I'll roll you guys into initiative and it is go time.
Darius, you're killing it with the initiative, my man.
I rolled a freaking 2.
I mean, that's the second time I've rolled a nat 1, being a 3. This game tonight. So for initiative, you know, I do what I can.
All right, Dagger Zaran says, "You missed," and he's going to try and finish the job. And he misses. And he misses. Well, this was awkward. I think we should fall back a little bit. And he starts moving back. There are 3 troglodytes with breastplates and long swords about 10 feet away from the entrance. Alright, this drow is going to... he'd also be visible dagger. He's just going to try and stop you. He casts web. and web just floods that hallway. When the web appears, Dagger, you need to... where is it? Oh no, when you start your turn, you need to make a dex save against the web. Just fills the hallway like that. And he'll control the giant lizard. So he'll have the lizard dash and climb up around the corner here on the wall. And drow move up. This one's going to cast Fairy Fire on you, Dagger. Make a dexterity save. That's a dodge. This one's going to cast Fairy Fire on you. I don't even think you can actually fail, but you dodge out of the way of that. Crossbow bolt comes your way, Dagger. And it's a miss. And 2 more crossbow bolts coming your way. First one, it hits you for 4 piercing damage. And this other one's at advantage because you can't see him. And miss. Alright, Trazrak is given the signal. And they start to move up as well, skirting around the bottom of these steps. Rolling.
Alright. 10.
So you have 2 choices. You can climb down the steps or you can try and slide down here.
And I'm assuming that would be an acrobatics check.
It would be acrobatics.
Okay. 20.
It's a 10-foot drop. If you slide down correctly, you won't take any damage and you'll land on your feet.
Okay. I've used 20 feet of movement, so if I do that, will I be out of movement once I get to the bottom?
You will.
Or... Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then. I'll try to slide down.
And you just surf that shit. Just like you surf straight down, landing gracefully at the bottom. You see this 10-foot wide ascending tunnel with some stone steps cut into the shelf of the rock leading up to the ledge as it loops around.
I'm gonna assume that that's the...
You were actually taken through this tunnel when you went to go and fight Neural. So Roland does remember it.
Right.
It leads up to the ledge.
Can I still see Brew and Darius? Or
Yeah,
are they kinda...
you can see him.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
very
going
sharp
to-
ledge.
Yeah, I don't think I can see Scamp from where I'm at, but I can see Brew and Darius and Tazarak. And I can actually see the other guy too. I can't remember his name.
You won't see him from there because it's like a 10-foot
Okay.
high up.
Oh, okay. He's on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were hiding over here.
Okay. I will bonus action power chord for those 3 then.
That was great! One of the halflings called out from like 200 feet away. Brilliant!
It is pretty loud.
Love that too. Oh, I'll move.
And I remember them firing from this ledge up here, right?
Yeah, it's 40 feet high. Alright, to slide down, Brew, make an acrobatics check. You managed to slide down successfully.
And Darius said, I'm just gonna take the stairs.
Plate armor.
Plate armor, all that,
Look,
you know.
my dex rolls tonight have been garbage, so I wasn't even gonna chance it.
Okay, so I've done that and done that. I am going to... Using the guitar, I am going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Brew. You would have been here at the bottom. Brew.
Okay. Bonus action to light sun death.
Alrighty. You spark the blade, and it illuminates the ceiling of this stalactite festooned ceiling. And you can just sort of see this sort of glowing light. The ledge is 40 feet high though, so you still can't see over the ledge, but it does illuminate this tunnel.
40 feet high ledge. Brew does calculus quickly in his brain and decides the ledge is a bit more fun. I'm gonna run to
Roland looks over and sees steam coming out of Brew's ears. Are you alright, Brew?
Imagine Brew's calculus of climbing up that ledge is like a cartoon drawing of him having two drows and bonking their heads together, or something like that. Alright, so what was that, 35?
That was 35 to there. Yeah, and then 40 to there.
Alright.
So the ledge is up above me from here.
Yeah, it costs you 80 feet to get up the ledge, so that's
Right.
an athletics
So
check.
so I'll dash and start climbing.
You'll get halfway up the ledge. Yep, you're 20 feet up the ledge now.
Jeez.
Just leaping. Arm over arm.
Somehow still holding sun death?
Yep, you only need one arm. You're using your arm and both legs. Holy shit, Tazrak! You're so quick! Wait for me! Alright, dagger. A dex save for the web. And you don't get tangled up in the web. It's difficult terrain. Other than that, you can move through it.
How far up is the ledge?
That's like at the same level as you now. So you went up like a set of steps, 20
okay,
feet, and then up another 20. You're on ledge height now.
And the troglodytes have already gone, right?
Nope, they haven't gone yet. They're like as slow as Darius, if that's possible.
Okay.
Actually, Darius beats them. It's just that he's got higher dex. They should go first. But yeah, they're all the way down at 3.
Sometimes the best finish last.
So I have advantage on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that hits. You manage to just get through his breastplate, and it just kills the troglodyte instantly. The stench is also overwhelming on these troglodytes. Alright, a female drow warrior just she runs in, taking a dash action. Meanwhile, 2 other female drow are on the back of flying spiders. One of them flies over and she fires a crossbow at you, Dagger. And misses you. And then, whoops. And then she's going to fly like up over here. She looks down at Brew. And she's 60 feet in the air. This one is going to do the same thing, just like a flyby, shoot at you, Dagger. And then can fly over the top of the ledge. Miss. Scamp.
We're gonna try and slide down.
Alright, make an acrobatics check. And you slide down. Face first. and you just land prone at the bottom of the ledge. You kind of trip up and you kind of run off balance, and you land prone, taking 6 bludgeoning damage. But you made it down.
Woohoo! Oh, I like look around sheepishly, and I'm gonna take the dash action so I can get up and then move into this tunnel.
You start to make your way up the steps. The troglodytes cry out, and this one just runs in here and just stays there. He dodges for now. Darius.
All right. Is this is now a shorter distance, or the same distance still?
You can cut through there. It's like 3 feet. 3 foot drop. It's difficult terrain
So
for 1 square.
10,
That's it.
15. Cool. At that one.
That's the direct hit. And she's just blown off the back of the spider and thumps down onto the ground.
That was a much better roll than I thought it was going to be.
All right then.
So, Kamehameha, right there.
This flying spider just flies off. Flies away like when it doesn't have a rider.
You all just see Darius kind of like hop off this thing and literally curveball, guiding bolt, like just like
Yeah.
sidearm it. Oh, that worked better than I expected. I'll take the rest of my movement to here.
Alright, the troglodytes call out. And they raise their long swords. And they attack the drow.
Oh.
One of them just drives a long sword into the drow's chest. The drow opens his eyes wide with astonishment. The troglodyte tries to bite him on the neck.
Chose poorly.
And the other troglodyte then tries to bite him on the neck. And he gets pushed back. The troglodyte then brings down the longsword and kind of stumbles over. 2 more troglodytes dash in, and they run to accost other drow. You hear the drow mage say, "No, it's the uprising that we foretold!" Alright, Zarin is gonna come around the corner. Well, this is convenient. And he's gonna fire at Mizrine, who's now engaged with an enemy. And that's awkward again. Good luck, Dagger! Both of his attacks miss.
It's Asana.
Alright, so all of a sudden you see the web disappear, and that's it. Alright, the drow, as they're being flanked by the troglodytes, they kind of split up their attacks. They start to, the ones that are engaged with the troglodyte draw short swords and attack back. Miss. Miss. They're actually immune to the troglodyte stench, at least, for their sake. This guy who's already been stabbed with a troglodyte managed to stab into the troglodyte as well. And these ones are going to come to the top of the ledge and fire crossbows down at Darius. One at Darius. Both at Darius. Darius hasn't taken enough damage this session. Alright, Darius, you're hit for 7 piercing damage.
I think you did something that makes Seb mad, Brian.
You just happen to be in the, like, right there every time. Alright, Tazrak's gonna keep on taking the dash action.
Good at soaking hits.
Runs up this ramp. Rolling.
I'm going to put a shatter, 3rd level, right on top of these two. How far up in the air are they?
60. Just enough.
Oh, well, let me double check how far I'm. Okay, yeah, they're in range. Cool. Shatter at 3rd level. I play a very strong note on the guitar. Hopefully, this usually comes back to bite me in the butt. Hey, that is actually a good shatter.
And... oh, why did they not get included? Okay, it didn't work. Let me try again. And... she's just like launched off the giant flying spider. Smashes. She kind of crashes into this tall Zerkwood mushroom cap and then like slides down the cap and is deposited onto this soft, peaty, moldy floor. And the flying spider just very, very quickly flies away when that happens. They don't like that.
Ah.
And you become visible, Roland.
I thought that all right then, Darius. I know the feeling. Didn't think that would work so well. Okay, I'm going to start moving in. 10, 15, and then up the. I moved here, so I'm not in Scamp's way. And that's my turn.
Alright, Brew. For all of your movement speed, you can get to the top of the ledge.
Okay.
When you get to the top, you do see a drow like that you could get next to if you wish.
Okay. I'll do that. And swing recklessly.
I'll adjust the lighting on this ledge.
Did they all see the troglodytes turn on the drow?
Yeah, they're like exchanging blows at the moment. They're fighting each other, sword to sword. Alright, Brew, you just leap up, and the drow, like, he didn't even realize you were there because the ledge is quite sheer. So you've just sort of leapt up. I guess he would have seen some light. And that is a hit. It's just like a baseball bat. You just use the flat of the blade and just like knock him off the ledge with like a little fireball.
Holding Sendeth in my left hand, draw out a hand axe, throw it at Dulorn.
That's a hit. And the hand axe sticks into his torso. He's badly injured from that. Sornos is getting a bit giddy. Good. The fat man, he does well. And he tries to compliment you with his light crossbow, Brew, but he does not. He's just like...
awkward.
Yeah, hits the...
well, this is awkward.
Theme with those.
Only Zarin says that. They're not allowed to say that.
Right.
This is Zarin's catchphrase.
Okay. Here's an odd question. Are the troglodytes now considered threatening?
They are. with sneak attack, it doesn't necessarily have to be your ally. They just have to be engaged with like something that's not.
I just
Your
wanted.
friend.
So, I'm going to try attack this one.
That's a hit. And you just stick her with a rapier. She is bleeding profusely. She's badly injured.
Disengage. Come get me, bitch.
That's exactly what she does. She chases you down. The troglodyte attacks her, but she ducks underneath the attack. That's a miss. Then she comes in at you, Zess, and she tries to hit you with her long sword, her short sword, sorry. And she misses you. You parry her down. She swings around again, and she crits you for 10.
And I'm going to uncanny dodge that.
All right, she crits you for 5. That's it. Scamp.
I am going to move up this direction. Can I see the lady next to Dagger from here, or is the wall in the way? I can see her to
Yeah,
but I'm
you
not
can
sure.
see her.
I'm gonna frostbite her.
Alright, as she's whipping this short sword back and forth, her arm begins to be surrounded by frostbite. She just fights through it and resists. Alright, Gorzel, the leader of the troglodytes, has had enough. That means I'm sick of your shit in troglodyte. And he rushes over and he starts attacking the drow, slashing and biting. The drow is just screaming in horror.
I kind of feel bad about killing the one I did kill now.
Darius.
Couldn't have known.
I look up at Dulorn with the axe now embedded in what I imagine to be his clavicle, and I will crack my whip, saying a quick word, and toll it dead him.
All right. He makes a saving throw.
That's fine.
But the sound from the bell startles him, and he loses his footing.
Oh.
But nope, he catches himself. He almost fell. It's like arms are dangling around a little bit, and then he just wipes the sweat off his brow. I live to fight another day, he says.
Not long.
Alright, the troglodytes keep on fighting the drow. It's uncommon to see a troglodyte actually use a weapon or wear armor. They seem to have been trained how to use them. And they're still using their teeth and claws, and one of them just bites onto this drow's neck. Blood just spurts out everywhere. Meanwhile, this one over here is doing the same thing. Or not. And finally, this guy. Okay, they're not very good at using the long swords. And he just rips all the neck meat out of this guy. And then he runs up.
I was about to say, I didn't go after Frawl because I thought they would be able to kill him.
There's one more. And just as DeLorne's like wiping the sweat off his brow, phew! He turns around, a longsword goes through his mouth. And the troglodyte just kicks him off the ledge. Ah!
The This is Sparta style.
Ah! And the troglodyte starts pointing up it into this direction, where the other mage is. Alright, Zoran's going to try and assist you, Dagger. He's going to come up and see if this is awkward. It's not awkward.
Oh no.
And yeah, he hits her with a bolt and she just chokes on the poison and falls onto the ground dead.
Nice.
Got that one! Auvryndar or Schminder. That's right. Praise House Freth! Praise House Freth! And a drow comes out vying for House Freth, he says. So I'm going to break initiative. Meanwhile, the troglodyte just finish off this last drow, just kick him off the ledge.
That's quickly and nicely done, everyone.
Alright, suddenly these troglodytes, they don't seem to like this mage though. They charge him, and he's forced to like clamber up the wall out of their reach. Whoa, whoa! No hard feelings. I did what I had to do. I was under the subjugation of House Auvryndar. I'm not an Auvryndar. Nilistra Argenray. I knew House Auvryndar was crumbling. The troglodytes like start throwing longswords at him. They literally just like throw them up at him. I guess it would be dexterity. And he's just like blocking them with the shield. I guess that one actually hits though, because it's a crit. So one of the longswords just kind of catches him, and they're not a very effective throwing weapon, so it'll be like 2d4 damage. But he tries to block like the barrage of longswords by casting shield. One of them catches him. Oh, oh!
It seems they would disagree with you.
Ah! They start angrily shaking their fist and pointing at him. Ah!
I go invisible.
I'm going to try and actually gather the troglodytes as a unit, and not necessarily command them, but try and get them to corral into like a loose formation and calm down a little bit.
Alright,
Just kind of like, whoa, 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 hey, fight's done.
they
Let it
don't
be.
understand you. But
You're gonna if I crack my whip, just
If
like
I-
lion
if-
tamer style.
oh, you can make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna try to talk. Do you understand Undercommon? I say in Undercommon.
Gorgil! Gorgil! One of them starts nodding, like the biggest of them all. The leader. Gorgil! And he nods his head, he understands.
Was this guy truly allied with House Auvryndar?
He shakes his head. Gorgil! Gorgil! You're going to listen to these filthy troglodytes? Ah,
So
I had
said no or yes.
They are disobedient little runts! I've owned them since they were hatchlings! You don't need to listen to them. Huh. They're troglodytes. A charming drow like you should understand that we are superior.
Nilistra, was it? One more word out of you and I will blow you up.
Whoa. Easy now.
What did I say? No more chances.
I have use.
Hush.
I'm worth more alive!
Unless somebody stops me, I'm gonna shatter this fool.
Go for it. I'm gonna shoot him.
I don't
I
think you
was-
know this. No one's gonna stop you.
Does Iran stop me? Is what I'm wondering. Because he'll see me starting to gather the spell.
Zoran points his crossbow at Nilistra. Let's roll initiative. Oh fuck!
Yeah,
He
because
says.
I was going to shoot him too. So
All right, everyone here just turns on him.
I gave him ample warning. I said one more word, and he said another word.
I mean, of course, now when there's no one and it's not important, I would be ready.
All right, this could be the very last member of House Auvryndar on this level. All right, he still has a bit of magic left, and he's going to block a 15 with his shield.
With his last spell. His last spell slot for level 1.
Zasana. That is a hit. And you hit him for 38 damage. Ah! The bolt hits him in the neck. He tries to speak, but just blood comes out of his mouth. He is still clinging onto the saddle of the giant lizard. Scamp.
I don't think Scamp's at the point where he would attack somebody that has technically surrendered, but she's not gonna stop anybody either.
What is up with your mic?
You're a little bit fuzzy there, Scamp.
A little crackly.
I can hear you though. You have a feeling like this drow's not going to make it out of here alive, that's for sure.
Is this any better?
It is.
yes.
So much better.
I have no idea. I literally just like turned the mute on and off again. No, Scamp's probably not going to attack because he is technically surrendered, but she's not saying shit all to stop anybody else. She's just going to continue. I don't know where they are, but she's trying to gather spider meat and lizard meat for rations. Shoving it in the chest of preserving.
That's kind of why I asked if he was really allied with House of Auvryndar. I don't trust House of Auvryndar at all.
You feel like
They want.
you feel like he literally just like jumped ship, like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright, this troglodyte's just going, wow! They're very, very angry at this drow, and he throws his longsword at him. Miss.
I really want one of them to hit.
What did hit?
Alright, Sornos is just going to go over to the troglodyte. Try this! And he hands him a hand crossbow. He holds it up, kind of points it at Nilistra, and just fires onto the ground. This troglodyte snatches it out of his hands. Wah, wah, wah! And he fires. And it just it hits the drow straight in the chest. And he just dangles from the stirrups and the saddle.
You know what? I feel very, very proud that I got him down low enough that they could get the killing blow.
Alright, as the drow is kind of dangling there on this giant lizard for a brief moment, the giant lizard kind of notices that he's dead, and well, even the giant lizard doesn't like him. It just starts eating him. Starts swallowing him whole. Alright, with that, we'll wrap up tonight's session here. That was a big milestone.
We're so close.
For conquering House of Auvryndar, everybody gets a bonus 1 week of downtime.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh yeah. Are you guys ready? Drew's getting. If I can spend 10 weeks, I'm gonna get proficiency in cooking kit, please.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are ready for Bruce cooking.
You could potentially reduce that down if you get some training if you want as well. It's up to you.
Training. Okay, well, I'll do it in Discord later.
And everyone has DM inspiration as well if you don't already have it. It's part of the
I
milestone.
always forget that I have it. I save it for death saves.
That's a good
Hey,
idea.
It's a good thing to save. It's a good save.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you all very much, everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
Hey Seb,
Yeah.
real quick before you leave, is it okay if I add giant flying spider meat and giant lizard meat to my inventory?
Yeah. There's a few around. Not all of them died either. Some of them you can still hear them flittering around.
I just want like a little bit. My plan
Yeah.
is to get rations, a array of different meats, but I can't take too much, otherwise it's gonna get too much to carry. So I'm just getting like a little bit, so we can like have a sampling of Undermountain.
He gets his own charcuterie board.
A sampling plate. There you are.
Charcuterie board.
This is the drow from level 10 and the drow from level 12. Notice the taste difference?
There's an aging process to all this. This one's 10 weeks old. This one is 12 weeks old.
This one is House of Render. This
Just
one
of
is...
preservation to help a little bit with the aging.
Do you notice how House of Render is particularly bitter?
Oh, soon.
No.
All right, thank you, Seb.
Good night, guys.
Yeah,
Take care.
thanks, Ed.
Bye bye.
Thanks, you guys.
See y'all next week.
See you then.
But